Thanks very much. We welcome you to Chapel Hill. Here they play football in a forest. And we've got ACC Network football presented by ServPro. And they have come to Kenan Memorial Stadium, as they have 111 previous times, to see Duke and Carolina in the battle for the Victory Bell. And if it's anything like the last three between these two schools, get ready. It might be a heck of a ride today.
First half dominated by North Carolina against Duke. 17-0 is the lead.
You want to do something legendary? You want to be a hero? You want to be a legend? It takes self-confidence right now to go do something that you'll talk about the rest of your life.
Blue Devils have got to find somebody who can make a play.
Down the sideline, Thomas, touchdown! Murphy, deep shot, more downfield, spinning around, made the catch!
Game on here in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils have fought their way back into it. It's 20-14. What a rally! Again to Hanson, down he goes! From the shotgun, here's the snap. They bring a little bit extra help. It's Stinson, he throws, intercepted, picked off!
For the first time since 2018, Duke beats North Carolina.
I'm just telling y'all, what y'all just did, you will never forget the rest of your life.
Since 1888, they have played this game all over the calendar in the fall. But yesterday morning, they loaded up the Victory Bell over at the Yo Football Center. They carted that thing 8 miles and unloaded it here in Chapel Hill. Because as Manny Diaz told us yesterday, that bell was for last year's team. It's our job to go win the bell again. And there they are, over on the sideline. The battle for the Victory Bell. That started in 1948, by the way. That 1948 season, North Carolina achieved its highest football ranking. They were #1 for 1 week. Manny Diaz coaches in this game for a second time. Of course, he won it last year in his debut in Durham. And meanwhile, Bill Belichick, who told the introductory press conference in December, Billy's first words were beat Duke. Well, the rookie head coach of the Tar Heels gets his shot at that today. And we welcome you upstairs here at Kenan Stadium. You know these Week 13 storylines. Congratulations to SMU and to Miami. They were victorious. They stay alive for a crack at Charlotte, but it really comes down to tonight. Midtown, Georgia Tech and Pitt at 7 o'clock on ESPN. A win by the Jackets, and Brent Key's team plays in the ACC Championship game. With Steve Addazio, Dana Boyle in just a moment. Wes Durham, we welcome you to Duke, Carolina, and the Battle of the Victory Bell. And here's the reality. The Blue Devils here off 2 very disappointing losses. At UConn 2 weeks ago, last Saturday, tough day against Virginia at home. But Manny Diaz brings one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC with him, Steve, and Darian Mensah.
I don't think there's any question. I mean, Darian he's poised in the pocket, but let's make no mistake, he is accurate. One of the most accurate quarterbacks in the country. You watch him drop these deep balls with touch, really fantastic. Shepard, one of the better running backs emerging on the scene in college football. He's a glider with speed, but look at him change direction. It's effortless, and he's a difference maker for this football team.
Well, you see Mensah and you see Shepard. They are a big part of the equation today for Duke offensively. But Dana, it has been a week where the Blue Devils have had to kind of overcome their emotions a little bit after a 2-game skid.
Yeah, Wes, to the point when we spoke with Duke head coach Manny Diaz and his team this week, they said how deeply hurt they were after the Virginia loss. Quarterback Darian Mensah even using the word devastated to describe that Virginia loss, to the point where Coach Diaz was concerned about the team and how it would take an emotional toll on them. And on Sunday after the loss, they spent no more than 10 minutes on offense, defense, and special teams reviewing those corrections from the Virginia game before walking out to the balcony on the 3rd floor of their football facility. Each Duke player with a note card in hand detailing one area they felt they could have improved on individually in that game, and collectively as a team, I'm told, safely burned those note cards in a fire pit as a way to take accountability for the loss, flush it, and then turn their attention to taking back the Victory Bell, West. Now, I am told Coach Diaz confirmed they got approval from the fire marshal before lighting fires in the football facility.
Well, that's good news. You see Aaron Hall working at the coin toss, and Manny Diaz, of course, on the Blue Devils sideline. North Carolina, well, the storyline for the Tar Heels, 4-6 overall, 2-4 in the league. They lost their first 3 ACC games, and then, Steve, they hit it on a Friday night at Syracuse. Backed it up with a win here in Chapel Hill the next week against Stanford. But then last Saturday in Winston-Salem, some of those offensive issues reemerged. Wake Forest got a good defensive outfit. They stopped Carolina 28-12. So now Bill Belichick is faced. If you're going to go bowling, you got to beat Duke today and State in Raleigh next Saturday night.
Yeah, no question. I mean, this team is getting better each week, and you can see how he's building the program. But this is a game, it's a crosstown rival game, and obviously a game that leads to bowl eligibility, and this is a huge deal for this program. This will be a hard-fought game today, both teams going after each other.
So the Tar Heels and Blue Devils, who started this series back when Duke was known as Trinity, and they played in Raleigh in 1888. Duke won that game 16-0. They incorporated the bell in 1948. And here on this stage today, we get to see Darian Mensah and Bill Belichick make their debuts in a storied rivalry. And it is worth noting, the last three have been unbelievable games. McGill and Hall are deep. Duke won the toss. Carolina will touch it first on offense, and there'll be no return. And let's get to the guys being dudes. And we got a little post-whistle skirmish here. We got guys already being dudes here, Coach.
I mean, they're dudes, but let's not have foolish penalties. This is what happens in heated rivalries, man. There's not a lot of love lost here. This thing is getting a little chippy right out of the gate. Well, we got this great guys being dudes little cartoon there. I'm glad it's trimmed me up a little bit here. But Wesley Williams, he is an impact player for Duke. I just feel like, you watch him on tape and, man, he's got a motor and he's strong and powerful. And then, of course, Jordan Shipp. I mean, he is a playmaker on offense, can go get the ball.
On first down, here is Gio Lopez. He'll check it down to Damon June. He's got 10, make it 12 to the 37. Francois, the linebacker, makes the play. Duke, it is worth noting, is playing without Trey Freeman today. And you see Lopez took a shot as he let it go from Josiah Green.
Now, Gio's got to get rid of that ball a little bit quicker. He's going to take a lot of shots like that.
Here's a toss, and Damon June, the freshman, trying to get the edge, and the Blue Devils are there. Not much on the play, flying through Kendall Johnson, the linebacker, with Wesley Williams, who Steve mentioned a moment ago. Damon June leads Carolina in rushing, averaging 45.2 yards per game. Freshman from Jacksonville, North Carolina. He had 13 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown in the win here against Stanford.
He's going against a formidable Duke defensive front. That defensive line for Duke is active. They've got athleticism, and they're great at stopping the run.
Here's Lopez on the keep, and he'll stretch to the 41. Tackle made by Aaron Hall. You start to look at the Duke front, Steve. V.J. Anthony's played a ton of football, his 47th game today. Josiah Green transferred from Dartmouth. He's got 41 games. Aaron Hall, 50. Wesley Williams, 38. That's a lot of football in the front.
Yeah, they're experienced, they're veteran, and they're good. Third down right now. It's a big down here for Carolina. It's 3rd and 6. I think they'd like to have it a little shorter than this and put a little pressure on Gio here to be able to operate this. This is where you got to convert, man. It's about 3rd down. Manny Diaz talked about we've got to get him off the field on 3rd down, and of course North Carolina's got to convert.
Hitting 33%, he'll throw for Shipp, who makes a terrific catch. In Duke territory at the 37, over the top of Kamari Robinson, Lopez hits Jordan Shipp.
What a nice pass he threw here. A touch ball and right to Jordan Shipp. One of my dudes. He's duding up early in the game, and he's going to have to do that. They flipped the field here.
Ball at the 37 for Lopez in Carolina. Gauze. And he'll get a yard to the 36. Kamari Robinson, the stop from the secondary.
Well, they're bringing that, a little bit of field nickel pressure right now, trying to add an extra hat to the box. And Manny Diaz's defense is going to add an extra hat to the box. They're going to blitz. They're going to bring people. They're going to stunt the front. Their goal is stop the run. It's all predicated on that. The problem is they put themselves a little bit in trouble in the back end because that means man coverage.
Tight end and 3 receivers in the package here. They'll hand the ball to June. He got taken down immediately by Francois. So 3rd down again for Carolina. And Manny Diaz will acknowledge 56 plays of 20 or more. That's second most in the ACC behind Boston College for the second-year Duke coach.
Here we go back into another third situation. It's a little bit longer, a strong 3rd and 7. And, you know, we're going to see what Duke is going to do now. Are they going to rush 3 and drop 8? Are they going to bring 4 or 5 and pressure? They're showing an all-up look.
There's the snap, no flag thrown. Lopez shooting it, and it's caught. Another first down on a 3rd down throw, and that's Kobe Paysour, who's had 23 catches in their last 5 games. And this is a rope from Lopez.
I'll tell you what's interesting, Wes, is they're dropping Vincent Anthony into coverage on that. I mean, that's a mismatch all day long.
First down and 10, Carolina in the red zone. Here's Lopez, a little shot, chip at the near side, taken out of bounds at right around the 11-yard line. That's the linebacker Mercott. Remember, he replaced Nick Morris after he was lost midseason to an injury.
We're seeing early here, Wes. Gio Lopez is accurate right now. He's throwing the ball well. Looks like he has some confidence. That's a big sign for Carolina because they've got to create explosives.
Carolina did not have a snap inside the 15 last week in Winston-Salem. This is their first drive of the ball game today, and their 1st and 10, or second down at the 11, I should say, after the first down throw. And here's June trying to get started. And he got wrapped up around the waist and dropped by Bryce Davis. There's a look now. Drives inside the 30 last week against Wake Forest. 17 plays. They netted 4 yards and no touchdowns, and didn't crack the 15, Steve, against the Deacons of Jake Dickert.
No, which is kind of surprising because Carolina wants to run the ball and at times can run it well, and you need to do that down here in the low red zone, which is down inside the 12.
10th play of the drive, Lopez. And the throw and catch, Paysour knocked down shy of the 7. And they're going to put it at the 7. I think that's enough to make. Is that going to make it? That's 1st and goal. Yeah.
It looks like it's a little short here, no?
No, that's 1st down. Yeah, they got to move the sticks here. That's 1st down.
Yeah, 1st down. You got it.
And chain gang over on the far side here in Chapel Hill, a little slow to the move. Carolina in the red zone, 16th in the ACC. Lopez is open 5 for 5.
The ruling on the field of the runner reaching the line to gain is under review.
So a review here, authored by the booth.
So right now on the sideline, no doubt in my mind, Carolina's saying, hey, if this is short, we're going for
Sure.
it. And they're getting their next call ready in case it goes that way. They'll have 2 calls ready here. One for the 4th and short, or one for the 1st and goal.
And you see Paysour. Now remember, the yellow line, not official. But he did not get there with the football or the left foot, it looked like, did he?
That's what I thought when I saw it, but I wasn't 100% sure, you know. But it looks like he's short. Yeah, Wes, with both, you know. Not the ball nor the body looks to be over that line.
The head coach of the Tar Heels is offering a thought as well to this officiating crew headed by Justin Elliott today here in Chapel Hill. Here's referee Elliott.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. 1st down.
Okay.
All right. That's a big 1st down for him. I mean, that's great they got that call, and now Duke's got to line up and get ready to have a little bit of low red zone stand here on defense. So chance to run the ball here.
1st and goal. Paysour and Ship to the far side. 2 tight ends here near side. That's Owens and Max Johnson, or Jake Johnson rather. Lopez throws and Owens the catch. And the transfer from Oklahoma State fell down at the 2.
I'll tell you what's amazing on this replay, if he handed it off, he walks in the end zone, but that's okay. He throws the RPO. They get a couple of yards. It's still a good, strong play, but that run game was wide open right there. So I wonder if they'll call a called run right now without an RPO tag. Interesting to see if that happens here.
First catch in the last 6 games for Owens at the tight end spot. He'll stay in the game with Johnson. They'll flip to the right side. And Lopez to his left. Duke going to collapse the pocket. Gio knocked out of bounds right around the 2, I think. 3rd and goal coming up here.
So they're just running a split read zone play here with a pass option off of it. It was a pull read. He had to run the ball, and he ends up, short. Good tackle by Stone on that play. It's the big 3rd down hit now. They're going to give Gio a chance to get out on the perimeter with a pass run option, or are they going to decide to run it twice here? I doubt they're going to be in a situation, unless they go backwards, where they try to kick a field goal.
Lopez to his right, has a pass, touchdown Carolina. Tar Heels open with a touchdown.
That was you're looking at a pre-called quarterback, wide zone quarterback stretch run play, and he ran with his pads that time, and that was a nice, strong, powerful run and first touchdown, and a really good try for Carolina coming out of the gate here, building confidence.
13 plays, 75 yards, better than 7 minutes off the clock. Lopez went 6 for 6 throwing. Carolina converted 4 third downs to lead 7-0. Well, I don't know that Gio Lopez could have scripted a better start to his first Duke Carolina game today. 6 for 6, Steve, on the opening drive. 65 yards, converted 3 third downs with his arm, including a 1-yard run on the touchdown. How about that?
Yeah, Wes, Coach Diaz told us we got to make him beat us on 3rd down. Well, that opening drive, he beat him on 3rd down.
Sure did. And here's Samir Hagans off the 2. Hagans 35, Samir Hagans 40, and out to the 47-yard line. We saw him run one back 100 and plus at Clemson. This one is 40 for Samir Hagans. And now Subarus, what to watch for? Boy, where do you see this matchup? Darian Mensah, statistically one of the 2 best quarterbacks in the ACC, only one over 3,000 passing yards. And Melkart Abu Chowdhury, 10 sacks, 8 in the ACC, Steve. Keep an eye on 9 in the light blue and 10 in the white jersey at quarterback today.
And those are dudes for me right there.
Oh,
So that's another dude battle. We got a lot of dude battles, man.
Ball at the 42-yard line. To work go the Blue Devils with Nate Shepard, the back with Mensah. Give us to Shepard, trying to bounce here to the near side. And he takes a big lick in the secondary from Gavin Gibson. But a long way, picks up about 6 on first down.
And he's dangerous, and this is why. He kind of hangs in there, and he bursts to the outside, and he beats everybody on the defense with speed.
Swapping paint already. Here's Shepard on 2nd and short, and he will run right into a stack at the Carolina 46. Abu Chowdhury was the first guy there. And you see Nate Shepard has passed Britton Brown, and now seeking B.J. Hill from the late 90s, who set the Duke freshman rushing record with almost 800 yards.
They're in a 3rd and 4 situation, and this is where I really believe that Darian Mensah shines right here, because he has an opportunity to have a run possibility, but all likelihood to me, this ball goes in his hands in the air.
Carolina allowing ACC opponents to convert 41%. Here's Mensah, back foot throw, and offline for Hagans, incomplete. Tar Heels got pressure. Smith Vilbert opposite Abu Chowdhury from the other side of that defensive front for Steve Belichick.
I mean, I really think what happened here was he sort of slid himself over to the pressure. He took himself out of the pocket, got flustered, came out, threw off his back foot. That's very uncharacteristic of Darian Mensah. I like this call going forward here by Manny Diaz. I think this is exactly what you need to do in a rival game here. Let it hang out, man.
Duke is 10th in FBS, 17 of 23 on 4th down. Snap to Mensah. Carolina brings 4. Mensah clutches, steps to his right, now going to flip it. It's caught. That's Hazley, the tight end. Jeremiah Hazley, and down the near sideline, knocked out of bounds at the Carolina 19 by Kamari House.
I really like that play by Mensah. You see it on the replay here. He's going to step up in the pocket. He has a chance here right now to run and get the first down, but he sees the opening down the field and gets it to Jeremiah, and big play.
Here's Shepard again on first down. He'll get a couple maybe toward the 16. 2nd down coming for Duke. C.J. Mims, first guy for the Tar Heels in the mix. And Duke is holding personnel here, Coach.
Yeah, they're slowing it down just a little bit here.
But Carolina cannot. They got to really hurry to substitute is the point, I think, right?
Yeah. They're playing. This is a check, recheck right now. This is what we got. This is what we see. We're going to change the play. They obviously must see that they're in one high man coverage here.
Going to hand to Shepard, and he will crack. Look at this. Second effort gets him toward the 10. And so it's going to be 3rd and 1. Will Hardy, the safety, playing in his final Kenan Stadium game from Lawrenceville, Georgia, makes the play. There's a look at 31. 14 totals and 14 tackles in the last 3 for the Tar Heel defense. 3rd and 1 with Shepard. Straight ahead goes the freshman. He will crack the 10, and I think they're going to call this 4th down. I think they are.
Yeah, it's 4th down. He lost his footing a little bit. He stutter stepped at the end, and he kind of lost it. Might have caught his cleat in the grass, and he kind of went down. So this, once again, good call. Obviously on 4th down, you got to go for this. You got to put faith in the offensive line and in your backfield and in your quarterback. But you notice here, Anderson Castle's coming in. That's their big back right now. I mean, he's where they want to hand the ball to in these short yardage situations. He's a power back.
Grad transfer from Appalachian State. Duke puts another man up on the line here. Hazley in motion. They're going to hand it to Castle. That's a first down. It's 1st and goal, Duke. And Castle just has that forward lean you're looking for from the big back.
Two different running styles. The other guy is going to be patient and look for his seam. He's a home run hitter. This guy is going to surge with low pads and go get the first down. You can see it on, when you watch the replay here, you're going to watch him really go down. Look at the pad level. He knows what he's doing. He's not running for a touchdown. He's running for a first down. We'll get the touchdown next.
Castle going to stay in the ball game. And they put Hagans and Barkate to the right. Two tight ends, Hazley and Landon King left. And here goes Anderson Castle, just driving it to the one.
Really nice run. He wasn't a lot there, but he made something. I'd give it to him again. Just running a little split zone play right there. They lost the block on the left side here, and that's the penetration to hit him in the backfield. Otherwise, he'd have scored on that play.
Dana just hit me. Anderson Castle played twice against Carolina when he was at Appalachian. Two wild ball games. You saw the one in Boone. They had another one here in Chapel Hill. This might mean a little more to him today than the average guy.
Wow. Here's
the give to Castle, and he will. Did he crack the tape is the question. He did, and Anderson Castle's got the Duke touchdown. So the Blue Devils answer Lopez's 1-yard run with one of their own from the Appalachian transfer, Anderson Castle, who scores for the 7th time this year.
You know what the best part is? I love they got it under center. They put a fullback in the backfield. They ran a little power concept. And this guy drove his legs right now and fought for that touchdown. He fought for those inches to get that score. Give him credit. Nice job.
So the run by Castle gets Duke to within a point. Here is Polino to try and tie the ball game at 7. And the kick away, and we are locked up in Chapel Hill. Well, each team's had it once, and both have scored touchdowns.
ACC College Football is presented by ServPro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
Well, they've teed it up since 1888, but some stand out more than others. 1970, Don McCauley's final game, Steve, as a Tar Heel before he was a first-round pick of the Baltimore Colts. Old 23 was carried off the field after a 5-touchdown day to beat the Blue Devils. 1989, Steve Spurrier shut out Mac Brown 41-0 and took his team, Steve, in front of the portable scoreboard. You see it?
I love it.
To make a team photo.
Wow.
You know what happened to the scoreboard? Gone the next year. Tell me Duke Carolina football doesn't mean something. How about Anderson Castle punctuating the Blue Devils' opening touchdown drive with his 7th score of the year to tie it at 7. Salas to kick it away. And no return. And Dana, the story of Anderson Castle fitting into this rivalry seems pretty appropriate.
Well, it's also just another great example, Wes, of how Anderson Castle has assimilated as a transfer into the Duke culture, as we see some extracurriculars here happening on the field. But I spoke with Anderson Castle a few weeks back, and he told me that Sean Clark and Appalachian State was the only FBS program that offered him out of high school. And he said, I have a great appreciation for where I came from. I would not be on this football field in a Duke uniform without him.
And he played Carolina twice in his days as a Mountaineer.
He kind of looked doodly in that picture, I got to tell you that. I kind of really wish maybe I had tagged him once, especially after the start of this game.
He might be able to do an in-game ad.
Why not? I can do what I want.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it is clearly yours.
Yeah.
Here is Lopez and Carolina now in a 7-7 game. Gio's been perfect so far today. And he'll dump it to Damon June, who's tackled at the 45 by Johnson, or the 25 by Kendall Johnson. Chandler Rivers also helping from the Duke secondary.
That was a nice screen they set up there. Just with the timing slightly off with the offensive line. Will Osteen trying to get out there. If he could have got out there just a hair quicker, that had opportunity for a bigger play.
Lopez under center, just going to hand it to the rookie, and he'll pull his way for a yard. Tyshawn Reed holds on for Duke. So Carolina quickly to 3rd and 8 after 2 snaps.
That Tyshawn Reed was shot out of a cannon. He got in that gap and disrupted that play. That was very, very impressive. 3rd down now, 3rd and long. This is his first 3rd and long of the game. So Gio now will be in a situation. Are they going to screen it, or are they going to trust him now to try to throw for this 1st down? This Carolina defensive front, Duke defensive front is very good rushing the quarterback.
They got Murgatt up in the gap from that linebacking spot. You see him kind of dancing around here to change the front on Lopez. Pressure coming. Lopez fires away offline. Incomplete. Caleb Weaver was the guy who pressured Lopez. And
I mean, they show 7 and they bring 7. And they do a nice job of getting to the quarterback with the extra hat. Really, really good. I mean, that's what they want to do, right? They want to force Gio Lopez not to be able to set his feet, and that's what they did on that play. Got off the field on 3rd down. That's the critical.
4th down and long. Carolina goes 3 and out. That's their 36th 3 and out of the year. And Quayshawn Brown waits on the punt from McGinnis. Fair catch called and made near the 22 of Duke. So 7-all it is. When we come back, Darian Mensah from San Luis Obispo, California, up to the plate. Well, you spend any time in this part of the Atlantic Coast Conference, you find out that Duke and Carolina's a thing. 10 miles maybe. If you go the back way of Dazio, you can do it in 8. Carolina leads the series 65-42, and there have been 4 ties. Victory Bell since 1948. By the way, that was a kind of a collaborative thing between the schools. They can operate like that together every once in a while. And here's Bill Belichick and Manny Diaz on this stage with their teams, tied at 7. Minute 35 to go in the first, and here's Shepard trying to get going, and boy, took a shot from Simpson, spun off of that, and got 2 yards from it.
Now that's good defense now. That's good linebacker play, overlapping the play, making the hit in the hole.
And he's second down and 8. Well, we're seeing some hard charging backs here. Shepard, Carolina's thrown June at you here early.
Both teams trying to establish the run. That's what's going on here right now.
Second and 8. Mensah to throw with time. Long shot down the field and cannot come back to Barkate to make the catch, and flags are going to fly here. Pass interference on Thaddeus Dixon, who's back in the Tar Heel lineup for the first time in 6 ball games. Transfer from Washington. Final home game for Dixon out of Los Angeles.
Defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, he's got him hooked here. I mean, you watch his left arm around the back, and you know, not a hard call there to make.
Barkate, of course, comes into the ball game, averaging 5.5 catches and nearly 87 yards a game for the Blue Devils. 53 catches, almost 875 yards coming in. First and 10 now after the penalty to the 29. Shepard tried to hit the cutback, and he'll get a yard to the 40. Isaiah Johnson posted up, transfer from Arizona. He's played well as of late for the Tar Heels in that defensive front. Redshirt junior from Camden, New Jersey, came over from Arizona. One of 70+ players that were not on this roster a year ago. And I thought Freddie Kitchens was fairly enlightening yesterday in our visit, Carolina's offensive coordinator, talking about learning these players. And that's been part of the seasonal process here. A lot of these guys showed up post-spring, so the trust factor. There's a ball got batted away and knocked down by Vilbert. They were trying to get Barkate, it looked like, on the slant, Steve.
Yeah, who was well covered.
Yeah. Now the trust thing.
Yeah.
You buy that? I mean, that's a big deal now, right? Especially with the number of guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to trust the guy on your right, trust the guy on your left, and that's something that takes time to build. It's a huge deal. I thought when he talked to us about that, he was spot on.
Third down 9. Mensah to snap. Carolina brings an extra man. Mensah to throw. Barkate wide open, first down. First catch of the day for Barkate. And Javion Butts was there defensively for Carolina, but it's a completion to the Tar Heel 36, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So Mensah goes 24 yards to Barkate. And in the 112th meeting between Duke and Carolina, 15 minutes in the books, and we're tied at 7.
Welcome back to Chapel Hill. Start of the second quarter, Coach, as Darian Mensah marches you down the field. What's critical to start the second quarter?
He's made big plays on possession downs. That's really been the story of the first quarter. They hit some on the first drive. We got off the field on the second drive. And that's what it's going to be. This is Duke Carolina. Is what you expect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mensah and the Blue Devils to work here to start quarter two. And Shepard just kind of digging where he can here. You, in your coaching days, and we've got an injured Tar Heel. It's C.J. Mims who's shaken up. And Tar Heel training staff out to attend to Mims. There's Mims trying to make the play, and Abu Jaude caught him. Friendly fire. Mims will make his way off. Okay, Steve, in your coaching time, you were known as a guy that liked to run the football.
You think?
Yeah, I do. I think that's kind of the reputation you established. How much of that today is patience for Nate Shepard? Carolina's very talented on defense. We talked about their improvement as the year's gone on. Nate Shepard is a freshman back who's had some success. Has he got to be a little more patient today? Duke was frustrated in the run game last week against Virginia.
Yeah, I think so. I think those are going to set up those shots, for them later, in the game. And, there was a great comment made by Manny Diaz. You got to run it so you can throw it when you want to. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to run it. And they're trying.
Play fake by Mensah. Hazley on the back end. And he takes on House, the linebacker, and keeps going. Inside the 20, it'll be 1st and 10. Kamari House, the linebacker, couldn't get Jeremiah Hazley to the ground, 13 yards.
Yeah, this is really well done here. A little naked. He comes out, catches the ball in the flat. Look at his stiff arm. I love the old stiff arm, man.
This is Shepard and Abu Jaude. Melcart arrives for a tackle for loss.
Yeah, I just, that was a counter play. And I really believe that it wasn't, he didn't read it, because it looked like if there was a read on, he would have pulled the ball, and been able to bid on the perimeter. But as hey, credit Melcart for just a great athletic play. And his motor, man, he goes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Man, that guy's he's everywhere already in this game. That's why he's a dude.
Well, we saw him against Virginia. He was terrific against the Cavaliers. Carolina falling in overtime that day to Tony Elliott's team.
Plus, he played football in New Jersey, man. That's a good football state right there, Wes.
Mensah fires it on the perimeter, and a shoe-top tackle out on the perimeter. And that's Caleb Cost making the stop of Quayshawn Brown. And Brown is shaken up on the play. It's another loss of 3. That's 6 yards in 2 snaps, and Brown is really in pain here. And the Duke training staff out to check on the wide receiver Brown from Winston-Salem.
Yeah, tremendous tackle by Caleb Cost.
Yep.
But
Cost, who didn't play last week, back in the lineup today, and a big stop there. Back in a moment. We welcome you back to Chapel Hill. You're watching the Atlantic Coast Conference on ESPN. And we're at Kenan Stadium for ACC Network football presented by ServPro. 7-all in Duke, Carolina, version number 112 here today.
Now they're in a night. They got a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 15. This is not a great down to be in, but with a quarterback like Mensah, it's all at your fingertips. This kid can do it all. He's very accurate.
They're going to hand it to Shepard, trying to find a crease. Here's Nate Shepard cutting to the near side. He'll turn the corner, and guess what? First down for the Blue Devils. Inside the 10 at the 9 with the rookie Shepard.
Nice call. Really nice call here. It's a draw, and they set it up on the 3rd and long. Look at this kid's speed. Look at that burst to the perimeter. I mean, that's subtle, but that speed was something. He outran the whole Carolina defense there.
16 yards and a first down. Here's a throw inside, and this is Moore. He got spun around. Jaden Moore brought down on the play by Gavin Gibson.
I mean, this guy has got, look at it, put his foot in the ground, change direction at least 3 times, and then have the speed to outrun the defense. And those guys aren't slow over there. This kid's got some juice, man.
Not to mention, Steve, he switched hands from right to left to secure the ball. That's pretty impressive, too, as a young guy.
You got it, Dana. This guy he's got a lot of juice to him. I tell you, I don't love that last play, though. I mean, just hand the ball off. We're going backwards, throwing bubbles down here. Come on.
2nd down. Here's Shepard on the perimeter. Mensah gets it to Hagans, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage on the far side. That's Jaden Patterson making the play.
Really?
So, Western Carolina got right up the middle here, Coach.
Yeah, they're able to create unblocked, not accounted for. Can't do that. What a great catch. Look at him scoop the ball, right, bend down low and have the wherewithal to get back up and run with it. That was kind of impressive. Now put him back in a real 3rd and long situation. Too many of these 3rd and longs for Duke right now. They're, you know, it's hard to keep converting those, especially down here.
Barcate and Jaden Moore to the right. And you got Hagans here to the left.
I'm going to run out of clock.
And they got a timeout call. We'll keep it here in Chapel Hill. 4 minutes and change gone in this 2nd quarter of play. And Duke in a 3rd and long situation. Unless they want to have Polino add the 3. They probably, in a day like this, probably prefer the touchdown even this early in the game. We've already saw 4th down opportunities for both schools, right?
Right. Well, before that, they ran out of time. They were trying to put 3 receivers into the boundary. We call that formation into the boundary, FSL. And, you know, they're probably trying to run some kind of 3-man combination flood route over there where they had 3 levels.
Well, by the way, you're looking to make a play on defense today for the Tar Heels. At least the inspiration is here. There's old number 98.
Never mind the inspiration. We have put some pads on him. I bet he could make a difference right now.
And the old well walk today. Bill Belichick brought Lawrence Taylor along.
That'll do it.
Out of the timeout, Mensah. Carolina brings the pressure. This is Moore, and it's well read by the Tar Heels.
He ran into his own guy and got ricocheted.
They're going to get a flag here on Jordan Larson. Little extra post whistle. Gavin Gibson is up in the scrum as well. Transfer from ECU here. Got a little heated. It started on the opening kick. Dana's seen it 2 or 3 times at field level. And now Justin Elliott and his crew got to sort it out. I think this is going to be on Larson.
Well, these games get heated for sure, but you got to keep your composure.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 77, 50-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, 77 is Justin Pickett. 64, Jordan Larson.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
So you saw Gibson, and then all of a sudden a little post scrimmage there. He threw him in toward the.
I mean, you know, you can see this is what happened. You can see what happened, right?
Yeah.
They got in his face and right here, and he gives him a shove, but you can't have it. Now all of a sudden, you've got a long field goal as opposed to a chip shot, and these are the little things, but rival games, man, they have it, but you got to keep your composure.
Todd Bellino from 46 to give Duke the lead. And the kick is no good. Missed it to the right. Flag is down, and Polino's shaken up. So Polino
Yeah, I mean,
Cosme Salas is the backup kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 8. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
that's a huge penalty, man. That looks like number 29, Marcus Allen.
Correction, number 29.
Yep. Marcus Allen, senior from Walton High School in Marietta, Georgia.
I mean, he really had a great effort on the play. Just, you can't run into the kicker, but he was trying to make a play on that, and it just, he caught him and rolled him. That's a tough penalty. That's a bad penalty, but it was a penalty that was with great effort intended. It wasn't, like a personal foul, right? But still, it can change the game. I mean, these things.
So now, empty set from Mensa right down the seam. Hazley, touchdown Duke. The first snap, Steve, they went empty, and Jeremiah Hazley came completely open for Darian Mensa's touchdown pass.
That was a hot read, because they were setting up a screen. They were running a screen, and they hit him hot. They didn't cover him. Yeah, that's what they got messed up into coverage. He became free. What a great job by Mensa on finding him and hitting him. Terrific play.
And here's Polino to kick the point. They put Bruno Fina up in the slot that we showed you a moment ago.
Yeah, trickeration. Gotta love it. Messed up man coverage.
And Polino will step through and make the extra point. So 10:25 to go in this first half. Duke has taken the lead. Jonathan Brewer drawing up some ball plays. Back in Chapel Hill, 14-7 Duke. Don't forget ACC primetime tonight from the Farm. The big game, Steve. Cal and Stanford. Ron Rivera, Andrew Luck. Man, a lot of emotion. Remember Fernando Mendoza drove the Golden Bears the length of the field last year in Berkeley to win the game. Stanford's got redemption on their mind tonight at home.
Wow.
Yeah. Chris Cotter, Max Brown.
I'll be night-night by then. Head on the pillow,
Gotcha.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
At 7:30, huh? Not going to make it.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Going early tonight, are you? Here's the kick from Salas. And no return. Carolina will start from his 25. And boy, the Duke touchdown aided by a couple of penalties. One went each way. Both were costly at their time of call, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, they start out with a penalty. Foolish, you know, this is part of that. You can't do that. You can't shove a guy like that. Then they rough the kicker. So Duke goes from, oh my gosh, long field goal now. Then all of a sudden they get new life. Then they have a coverage bust. They hit a touchdown. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of momentum shift in that little pocket of time. But this is a tight game, and it's going to go back and forth.
Second touchdown catch of the year, by the way, for Jeremiah Hazley, better known as Jerry around the Duke locker room. Benjamin Hall comes in. Gio Lopez to throw. Hit as he does, hangs it up down the field, and he overthrows Shenard Clower, the true freshman. Former Lakeland Dreadnought was on the long route down the Duke sideline.
Well, Gio takes a strong hit here. They said they would take some shots down the field, and that's what they're trying to do here. But he got clocked, and he couldn't finish his motion and his throw, and the ball sailed on him. But they had a step. They had a chance to make a play there, but good defense, good pressure.
That's sophomore Preston Watson, who yesterday, Jonathan Packey said might be one of the guys who's coming on here at the back half of this season, Steve.
He did.
Yeah, sophomore.
He looked good. He beat Osteen there pretty clean.
They're going to toss it, and this is Hall trying to get to the perimeter, and he'll step through one, maybe two tackles, shoved out of bounds after a run of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Kendall Johnson closed the ankle on it.
Well, that's a pin pull play, a toss with a pin. The linemen pin everybody inside and pull outside. Really good run, but it puts them in a 3rd and manageable now. 3rd and 5, and that's a friendly 3rd down for Gio Lopez with his ability to make plays with his legs.
Carolina 4 for 5 on 3rd down.
Duke is going to show max pressure here. Be interesting to see if they bring it or bail from it. Rush 4.
Lopez now thinking about running and going to back out and throw it incomplete. Had 2 guys in play. Leacock was one of them, one of the wide receivers, but Wesley Williams was closing the door on Lopez.
Yeah, I mean, they got a 4-man rush. They give him good protection. He kind of ran himself out of the pocket, and now he sort of just lofts that thing up there. It's not a very well executed play, and really, the offense wants to convert on 3rd and just under 5. That's a bad 3rd down, but Duke said, hey, we got to be better on 3rd, so credit Duke.
Cooper Barcate with Brown shaken up. Cooper Barcate going to return the punt here. McGinnis drives it back toward Barcate. He's going to run off here, and Carolina's got a free field in which to touch it up, and they will at the 13-yard line. So inside 9.5 to go. It's a 56-yard punt by McGinnis. And so Duke's going to start from its 13-yard line. Steve, they opened this series in 1888 in Raleigh. In 1889, they didn't play.
How about Trinity College?
Well, that's what Duke became. It used to be Trinity College, located over near Greensboro and High Point. Eventually, the Duke family invested money. They moved the campus to Durham. Same thing happened with Wake Forest. I'll tell you about that later.
Wow.
But Trinity and Carolina, Duke and Carolina were going to play. They couldn't decide on who was going to be the home team, so they both took it as a forfeit.
That was an education lesson right there. Now, I learned a lot about football. Wow, that was Westology 101.
Off the 13. Here's Mensah, a little sidearm throw to Hazley, and the tight end's having a big day. Touchdown already, pulled down by Andrew Simpson, shy of the 20 on the 1st down throw by Darian Mensah. Gotta like where Jeremiah Hazley has developed here for Duke. Redshirt junior from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania in the Pittsburgh area.
He's a weapon for him. They need him to be healthy. He'll be okay.
And here's Anderson Castle ripping through, 1st down.
That was a great run. I mean, they ran a counter play where they pull the guard, pull the tackle. It's a gap scheme, and he was like shot out of a cannon. I love the way that guy runs now. I mean, great power runner.
Castle taken down by Coleman Bryson, another Western North Carolina guy. Here's Castle again on the catch from Mensa out to about the 32, Dan.
Well, good news for Duke is that number 7 in white, Quayshawn Brown, is back on the field after getting his right ankle tape, spending a significant amount of time in the athletic training tent. He does have a nickname of Queso, despite not liking Queso. He's really missing out.
Here goes Anderson Castle. Now, wait a second. You're not just going to slide that in and move on. He does not like Queso.
He does not.
Anderson Castle, by the way, shaking up on the play. So
yeah,
check on the running back here. That doesn't look good.
No, he's you know that's a tough dude right there.
Yeah.
And he's grabbing at that leg pretty hard. I hope he's okay there.
Yep. So Castle down on the field. Transfer from Appalachian. Great stories Dana told you. The only offer he had out of high school at Watauga was to Appalachian. In terms of FBS, Sean Clark, unfortunately, who we lost this year, Steve, the former Appalachian coach,
great guy,
gave him that opportunity. He took advantage of it. He was terrific in Boone and then transferred here. And unfortunately, he's got a touchdown run today, and now has come up injured here in the second quarter. Well, terrific story of perseverance, and as a football player. They talk about football teaching you a lot. Anderson Castle is a great example of it.
You gotta love those stories.
Yep.
That's what college football and the sport's all about. You know, it's good to see him walking, and hopefully we'll be able to see him back again. He's a huge part of this offense because he does bring to them that short yardage, that power run, that change of pace run that they desperately need on their offense. It's third and 4 here, Wes. This is a down where I think Carolina's going to come after Mensa here with a 5-man rush.
Jake Taylor in at tight end. He tried to get it to Barkate. Marcus Allen hit him from behind. There's a flag. Partisan Tar Heel fans at Keenan don't like this. I think Allen hit him before the ball arrived.
Pass interference. Defense, number 29. The ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Well, they're running a little RPO here, so he pulls it and throws. He's got him around the back pretty good. I think that's a good call, and it's a good call on offense to run an RPO, because that's the beauty of being in third and under 5 yards, 4 yards. You can run an RPO and really stress that defense.
At the 43. Shepard, and Carolina closes up the door pretty quick on Nate Shepard.
That's real good defense by Carolina. I mean, there was nowhere to go. It was great effort by the defensive front, and
McCoy, terrific.
McCoy, he looked like he was what they call Superman in it, which is kind of defeating too.
From the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Joseph McCoy, transfer from Penn State. Playing for the first time in the last 3 games. He's a guy Carolina's been able to get back into the fold here with these last couple. Second and long. Shepard the carry, and boy, got tripped up as he creased the 45. He'll fall forward to the 47. It'll still be third down and about 7 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, he had some green here. I'm really impressed with this Carolina defensive line, but if he could have scooted out of there, he's dangerous in the open field. But this is tough sledding against this Carolina defensive front. Now you got him back into a 3rd and 6 setting. They ran a draw, Duke did, the last time they were in 3rd and long. So be interesting to see now if he's going to try to throw for it.
There goes Brown into the slot at the right, back in the lineup. Here's Mensa to throw, looking downfield. Hagans the catch, first down for Duke. 30-yard line for Samir Hagans. Grad student from Philadelphia with Thaddeus Dixon in coverage.
Nice route, running a little what they call a corner route. And the quarterback's got an option to hit him. And if the defender's high, you can hit the flat underneath them. Well done.
Flag thrown as Shepard gets the handoff. And the flag was thrown as the ball was snapped. So Carolina may have had one more than allowed. We'll see.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
We noted this earlier in the ball game. At times, Duke is holding their personnel. In other words, they're not subbing. However, Carolina tries to squeeze a guy on and off defensively, Steve. You got to be careful here, because when the offensive side doesn't sub, they can play on, right?
Yeah, they can, and it's kind of almost a reverse of what has become trendy. So it kind of puts a bind.
1st and 5 after the penalty. There's Brown again. Carolina bringing pressure. Mensah ready. He's going to take the deep shot toward the end zone, and it is broken up on the way to Brown by Jaden Patterson.
Really great job by Patterson, you know, of getting his head and body around and knocking that. That was textbook defensive back play right there. Really good job. Nicely done.
You like the idea of taking the shot there on the 1st and 5 throw?
I love that idea. I think that with that field position, that's the time to do it. And it was just, you know, 2 guys on scholarship. One of them got the best of it.
2-by-2 look for the Blue Devils. Hazley's the tight end to your left side. Here comes Carolina with the pressure. Mensah on the move, and he'll slip it to the big tight end. And Hazley around the corner. He'll be just shy. Well, they're going to mark him at the light blue 22. Andrew Simpson knocked him out of bounds.
Really impressive, Jeremiah Hayes. That's really impressive. You know, they run this little dash play and find him in the flat, but his ability to run after catch to me is impressive, and it puts him in a 3rd and short right now, which is, to me, all day long, 2 downs to get the first. But remember now, Anderson Castle not in the game.
Yep.
That's not the slight, you know, Nate Shepard, because he's a heck of a back, but this is where you like Castle in these short yardage situations.
10th play of the drive for Duke inside 5 minutes. Here goes Shepard, 1st down and more. And he continues to drive the stack inside the 15 to the 13. Greg Smith the stop, Dana.
Steve, to your point, how sustainable is it for Nate Shepard as a freshman to be an every down back with Anderson Castle still on the athletic training tent being evaluated?
Yeah, I mean, that's a challenge. I think they're going to have to find somebody else. You know, they're going to decide which other guy is going to rotate with him. But I think it's a challenge for a young player, especially, you know, to be an every down player, you know, because a lot of times there's substitutions on 3rd down because of protections.
Well, we saw him in this area go empty for the Hazley touchdown. So here's 1st down at the 13. And Shepard the carry again, trying to beat him to the corner at the 10, inside the 5, close to 1st and goal for Duke on the Andrew Simpson tackle. 10-yard run for the Nate train, and a flag has come down.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So that's
we're still
against Justin Pickett,
Correction,
the
first
right
down.
guard. So they'll reload on 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna run a little counter here where they pull both linemen, and you know,
he got Melcart wrapped up, Coach.
Yeah, he got him wrapped up. And what's unbelievable is you watch Shepard's burst. I mean, there's nowhere to go, but I mean, all of a sudden it's a big hit play. Oh, there's our guy right there, Anderson Castle. You're not keeping him down. He's warming up, getting ready to go over there.
Jaquez Moore, playing for the 9th time this year, is coming in the ball game. 5th-year senior from Live Oak, Florida. Look at this throw to the end zone. That's Barkate in the neighborhood, and it got broken up by Marcus Allen. Pretty good battle there with the grad transfer from Harvard and Barkate and the veteran Marcus Allen.
Yeah, I think this is good coverage, really good coverage. You know, we talk about holding the red line, and that's the imaginary line that splits the numbers on the sideline. And he didn't hold it, so there was nowhere for him to go. He kind of got walled out of bounds. That's good defensive back play, but the receiver should have held that line better.
Look at Duke bunch here to the bottom of your screen. Again, Mensah goes empty. Wants to throw. They try to get it to Andrew Anthony. That got blown up. Jaden Patterson's made 2 terrific plays at this end of the field for the Tar Heels secondary.
I mean, I think everybody on the field knew that was going to be a screen. I mean, look at these defensive linemen. They call that retrace. They take 1 step, retrace, boom, shot out of a cannon down the sideline, and everybody's pursuing to that football.
Yep.
Now it puts them in a 3rd and impossible. I think right now what you're trying to do is manage to get a little bit of yards to set up a better field goal here, you know, and try to maybe get 10, get 8. Could be a draw down, or could be just a throw here with some sort of in-breaking route.
Tar Heels bring 3. Mensah going to step up to his right. Now going to run with it. Darien will get to the 20 and out of bounds toward the 16. And that draws up the yard a little bit for Polino to come on and try the field goal here, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, you know, obviously he scrambled for it, but along the lines of, let's see if we can get 10 and make this field goal better. And that, you know, he managed that well. That's the great thing about having a veteran quarterback like that, with a headsy guy. So now this is a manageable field goal. And, you know, it gets this score balanced almost up.
So here is Todd Polino. This is 33 yards. On the 4th down kick. And that is perfect. So it's Duke now 17, Carolina 7. Blue Devils, who trailed 7-0 after Carolina's first possession. Hey, wait a second. They're my kids with my mom and dad on the wall at Sutton's. That was a few years ago. Ten-point lead for Duke after Polino's field goal. 17 straight for the Blue Devils. Carolina, who went 72 yards, and Lopez cashed it in from a yard out to get them on the board. The last 2 drives, though, Duke's defense has held Carolina to 3 and out, and we'll see what happens here. Hardy will take the kick at the 1, so Carolina will get it at the 25. Don't forget, another full day of football concludes with ACC Huddle final score following the game tonight. Tom Luginbill already in position, Steve, to break down everything he has seen in Week 13. And, of course, Kelsey Riggs Cuff and others will join Lugs, you know, for that deep dive, highlights. You'll hear from players and coaches as well. ACC Huddle final score. Gio Lopez has been hit a little bit here, Coach.
Yeah, he has been, and this is a big drive for Gio Lopez. He's got to have a. They've got to respond here right now. They've got to get some. Feels like forever since we've seen them kind of moving that ball.
Benjamin Hall, the running back here on the possession for the Tar Heels off the 25. First down throw, trying to get it to Ship. And the Blue Devils rally pretty quick there defensively. Kevin O'Connor, another defensive end, redshirt sophomore, makes the stop. Lopez started 6 for 6. He is one of his last 5 after the completion there.
Yeah, and then they've been off the field because of that. So this really, I believe this is a big series. And now this second down, they've got to get into a very manageable third, if not a first down on this play.
2-minute timeout in Chapel Hill. Darian Minson going to the iPad. Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels trying to get something on the board before the break when we come back. I'll tell you something. That's what we need. Tom Luginbill with additional insight in the late first half of our game. Look forward to you guys at the break. Thanks, Zubin. And they hand the ball to Damon June here on second down. It'll be 3rd and about 4. And Steve, we noted this a moment ago, Lopez started 6 for 6, since 2 for 5. And you remarked it's cost Carolina in their 2 previous possessions, and here's a big 3rd down he's got to pick up if they want to keep the football for the final minute and a half.
At least I think it's a manageable 3rd down, one that he can use his legs, whether it be scrambling out of the pocket or if they sprint him out. But I think, it gives him an opportunity to run if he has to, if it's not there.
Here's Lopez going to sling it wide open. That's Paysour. First down, Carolina to the 48. And Kobe Paysour, 5th-year senior from Kings Mountain, the catch in front of Mekhi Jones, another one of those young guys in the Duke secondary.
Really confident throw. He ripped that in, curl route in there. I mean, it was a nice, confident throw. Good 3rd down conversion play for him.
Lopez will keeps the football coming into the near side. Gio going to run with it, and he'll dive in. The ball popped loose, and it's recovered, I think, by Jones and Duke.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down. First down.
So Justin Elliott very promptly.
Yeah, no, he's down. I mean, the ground can't cause a fumble.
Right.
Yeah, that's non-factor.
So Bill Belichick is going to use a timeout here.
North Carolina.
With 59 seconds left, the ball at the 34-yard line.
You know, it's interesting, Wes, and you watch these quarterbacks run now, you know, it's almost like in their mind, do I slide or do I go forward? And, you know, and he went forward, and sometimes I see that indecision a little bit.
Freddie Kitchens told us a lot about getting Lopez maybe and Carolina being aggressive. Let's take another look at this play that he ends up running with.
Yeah, it's a read zone play, and he comes off the read, he can run or throw. So obviously they gave the option for him to run it, and he did. Nice chunk run, you know, nice play. Followed up with that big third down conversion, and you know, all of a sudden, ball's inside the 35-yard line, and you know, they've got some positive field position and some momentum.
Benjamin Hall, the running back. Javarius Green was the Tar Heel receiver who was wide open, dead center of the field. Carolina 2 timeouts. And Hall the ball, and shoe top tackle Murgat, the linebacker. Got him at the 31. And another Tar Heel timeout with 53 seconds left. Quick reminder too, ACC Network women's basketball Monday night. Boy, Hannah Hidalgo and Notre Dame, a terrific win last night against Southern California. They'll host Central Michigan. Tip off 9 o'clock Eastern. Monday night, it's ACC women's basketball on ACCN and always the ESPN app. And speaking of the Irish, Steve, they are leading 49-0 at home against Syracuse first half.
Wow.
Today in South Bend. Jeremiah Love, by the way, last week 147 yards against Pitt. You can just about seal up a trip for New York and the Heisman Trophy for him. I think Fernando Mendoza's going. I think Jeremiah Love's going. I think Haynes King deserves to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are good players. They deserve to be down there.
Love's got 103 yards on 7 carries as they play late in the first half at South Bend. Second down after the run by Hall. Here's Lopez sprinting free. Williams gives chase, and Wesley Williams can't make the tackle. And Lopez knocked out of bounds shy of the first down at the 26 by Kamari Robinson.
I really like, Wes, what they're doing with Lopez right now. You know, they're like that's a good call for him. Get him out of the pocket. Let him be athletic. Run the read zone plays. Run the RPOs. I think they do a lot of good things with him, and you know, he seems to be, to me, finding his stride a little bit more. You know.
Third down and a couple here.
I think on this third down, you know, they've got 2 downs to make it. So, you know, you could run another read play with Lopez here, where he run an inside zone, let him read the defensive end. But you've got 2 shots here to get the first. And Duke's going to put everybody up in the box.
Here come the Blue Devils with the pressure. Lopez hit as he throws. It's caught. And breaking free, Paysor. Inside the 5 toward the 4. First and goal with 38 seconds left. Carolina's got 1 timeout and a marker down at the 19 against the Tar Heels.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 80. 5-yard penalty, third down.
He must have been covered up. He was on the line of scrimmage on the right side as a tight end.
Jordan Owens, yep.
And what a shame. I was just getting ready to say, like, I really like the confidence they showed in Lopez here. Yeah, he's covered up. And he rips this thing. Nice pass, good confidence, good throw. That's tough. That's a tough deal right there. Put them now they're back in that 3rd and 7 range, and that's a whole different ball of wax. But he's throwing the ball well right now. They're going to get an empty here. We'll see if they come out of empty and motion a guy to show man coverage, or they're just going to keep the field spread where they give him an opportunity to throw it or run it.
Lopez, pressure coming and knocked down on the way to Jake Johnson, the tight end. And they're going to bring Reese Verhoff out. Remember, last week he kicked a school record 57-yarder in Winston-Salem.
Well, they were trying to run a little tight end screen to Jake Johnson right there, and he got tripped.
Yep.
He got tripped up and lost his footing. That play had a lot of potential to it. It was actually a very good call. It just didn't materialize. That's a shame for Carolina, but they need to come out with points before half here.
49 yards for Verhoff. And the kick away, and it is good. Boy, Verhoff from 49, and it went in right around the top of the goalpost. He split the uprights from 49, and Carolina closes it to a touchdown difference with 7 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice little drive. Too bad they had the, the alignment penalty, which is a no talent penalty. That's a shame, because they look like they're in position to score a touchdown, but they get 3 points, put it to a one-score game, capture a little bit of momentum, and that's what you need in a rival game going into halftime. 8
plays, 44 yards, 226 field goal is 47 for Verhoff. Tell you what, Reese transferred from Marshall. His next stop will be the big leagues with that leg.
Yeah, that was a nice kick, a lot of power.
So Duke, who gets the football to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Wes, I think this is a situation where let's be careful where we're kicking this ball right now. I mean, if you're Carolina, you don't need this thing coming back on you.
I would avoid number 2.
I would too.
He's already got one out to the 40.
Now they kicked it out of the back of the end zone. They avoided everybody.
Yep. Through the back of the end zone. Quick reminder to you, we got ACC Network men's basketball coming up on Sunday. Evan Lepler, Dan Bonner, Jim Boeheim. They're ready for Cameron Boozer at Duke, hosting former Blue Devil Kenny Blakeney and Howard at 4 o'clock. And then Monday night, 7 o'clock, Pat Kelsey and number 6 Louisville welcome Eastern Michigan to the Yum Center. How about the football team? Went over there last night next door to Cameron and tossed out T-shirts to the partisans. Manny Diaz there, Hooper in his own right.
I love that. I love that unity of among all athletes in a university. I think it's tremendous.
Duke will touch a knee, and that'll be it. First half clock will hit 0-0. Tar Heels get a field goal, but they trail a touchdown in the battle for the victory bell. Duke 17, Carolina 10. Next stop, our studio. Here's Zubin Mehenti. Carolina 10. The battle for the victory bell continues after these messages.
see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop.
Welcome back, Kenan Stadium, Chapel Hill. Duke Carolina, the Victory Bell. As ACC Network football is presented by ServPro. Halftime score, Duke 17, North Carolina 10. Blue Devils of Manny Diaz. The lead and the football when we start second half in a moment with Steve Addazio, West Durham. Dana Boyle will join us here in just a moment. Gio Lopez, Carolina got off to a good start offensively, Steve. Could not sustain it, though, in that first half.
No, they came out on fire. He was 6 for 6 and very, very accurate. And then all of a sudden, you see on the replays here, I mean, great job in connecting on these throws. Super athletic, able to get out here on a called quarterback run for a touchdown, good physical run. And then, of course, Duke gets the ball and hammers it. Real power running right there with Anderson Castle. And then, of course, the play. Allegedly, that play's been seen before, Wes. Why don't you highlight that?
Well, apparently 10 years ago, somewhere along the lines, Bill Belichick ran the same type play against Jim Harbaugh. And we got an onside kick to start the second half. And was it touched before it went 10 yards? Experts at Work brought to you by Principal with our highlight package. And Coleman Bryson has recovered an onside kick that Carolina used to start second half.
The ruling on the field is the ball was illegally touched by the kicking team and recovered by the kicking team. First down, Duke.
Justin Elliott, Coleman Bryson. Number 16, he is fourth from the bottom of your screen here. The ball did not go 10 yards before it was touched by Carolina. Dana.
Well, when I spoke to Bill Belichick going into the half, Wes and Steve, he said simply, we have to play better and we have to get stopped. I also spoke with head coach of the Duke Blue Devils, Manny Diaz, just moments ago, and he said he's really happy with the play of his team in this rivalry game. He said because it's such a low possession game, everything is magnified. We have to keep converting on third downs and, of course, thus get stops on third downs.
The name of the game, Dana.
That's
third
simple.
downs.
Here's Mensah, snap a little offline. Here's Mensah to his right. Darian looking for a throwing lane. Now he's just going to sail it down the sideline, incomplete to play another down. Andrew Simpson was flushing him out with the pressure. Started from the jump here, Steve. That's not a great snap.
No, those snaps, and it takes your, look at his eyes. They have to go down to the ground and then bring him back up and find receivers. It's just really hard for a quarterback when the snap and the shotgun is way off like that.
Yeah, Matt Craycraft, the center, redshirt junior from Dallas. And of course, Darian Mensah and Duke now. With this touchdown lead, Carolina tried for the onside kick, so Duke's in plus field territory to start the drive. 2nd and 10, and Shepard trying to change lanes, and then he's going to get knocked down behind the line here. Carolina rallied, never created a crack in the wall. Simpson and Leroy Jackson led the Tar Heels.
Puts them in a real, bad third down, third and long situation. Tried to run the stretch play, and as you said, Wes, great defense by Carolina, just stoning blockers, nowhere to go. So 3rd and 10, these are tough down and distances, but they've had success here with a host of different things, whether it be draws or screens, or Darian Mensah scrambling, or throwing. He's so accurate.
Barcade in motion. He's only got one catch today. Mensah sprints to his right, looking for a passing lane. He's going to turn and get out of bounds near the 40. And they'll spot it at the 41-yard line. Xavier Lewis angled him out there. You're going to be surprised if Manny Diaz goes for this, Steve?
Yeah, maybe a little, but obviously it looks like he is. Maybe that's why that call, because he knew he was going to do it. Because I didn't understand that call. He's running a sprint out pass like that. I don't know. I thought they'd have a pocket pass or a screen or draw. So maybe they had a plan all along. They were going to take 2 downs here in this part of the field.
This is 4th down and 7. Minute and a half gone already here in the third. ESPN Analytics says kick it. Duke's pulling the trigger. Here's Mensah up in the pocket. He can run for the first down. He'll dive inside the 30 to the 28.
Real good decision by Mensah to dive, so he didn't give away those yards at the end with a slide. Got to keep him in the pocket. Now they're in tempo. Caught him in a defensive shift.
Here is Shepard, flagged down, and Nate Shepard going to be taken down by Abu Jaude. Behind the line here, but Carolina, I think, had 12 on the field again.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to substitute with Duke in tempo.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
We knew Duke had this in them, Steve. I thought it would. We didn't talk much about it with Jonathan Brewer, the offensive coordinator, or Manny Diaz yesterday, but we had seen it in previous games we'd done with Duke. I was curious how they might try and do this today, and immediately it's been on first down stuff.
Yeah, no question. I think it's really smart football by Duke, and, you know, obviously North Carolina's got to get that handled from the sideline.
So 1st and 5 after the penalty, ball at the 23. Another give to Shepard. He'll reset and drive for a couple of yards to the 21.
I mean,
Tyler Thompson, Leroy Jackson, again, the stop. They got Shepard up around the top of the shoulder pads to make the stop.
He's so quick. I mean, they were in the backfield, Duke, and he stops on a dime and is able to come back and get some verticality in his run. Look at this. Wow. I mean, that's something, guys. I'm telling you, that's the mark of a future great back.
51 yards on 15 carries for Shepard, and there's Anderson Castle back in the mix now for Duke. 2nd down and 3 after Shepard got a couple. Straight ahead with Castle. 1st down and more, and just plows to the 13.
Wow.
Simpson, another tackle for Carolina, or Bayer, rather.
The dude, he gets downhill, man. Castle is a downhill guy. Holy cow, I love that running style.
Yep. So Hazley, the tight end, 3 receivers, and Castle on 1st and 10 off the Carolina 13. And this is Castle left side. Anderson Castle to the 5, close to another first down. Yards shy, I believe. Maybe 2. Will Hardy to stop.
I mean, look at the way he's running. This guy, you could tell, was really hurt on the ground. He had a bad, whatever it was, to his leg. And he just is running the ball with confidence and power. He's running a stretch play here. So he puts his foot in the ground and gets vertical, breaks a tackle. I mean, he's that guy, you know, Weston. Blood's dripping down from his nose. His uniform's dirty, and he loves it, man. He wants more. It's like, it reminds me of like how Riggins would play for
throwback.
Oh,
Is this throwback guy?
Throwback guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that. Way into that.
Smith Vilbert's shaking up for Carolina. Transfer from Penn State. Carolina's leader in ACC play with quarterback Hurries coming into today.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
As much as Abu Jaude had taken the headlines in terms of sacks and things like that, Vilbert has also been a guy that has helped spark Carolina's front.
I mean, this front's a good front, Wes. Carolina's got a good defensive front. They really do. I like they defeat blocks and make plays, what you should do up on the defensive line.
That's Brown through the formation. Here's Castle straight ahead again. Anderson Castle just driving. And I think that'll be enough. If he got inside the 3, it'll be 1st and goal.
I think it is. Yeah, I tell you, look at the dudes, man. Yeah. Anderson Castle, very doodly with the whole toughness with the injury, right? And then, of course, Melkart is just a New Jersey baller, and he's making plays all over the field. So, Northeast guy, by the way, but love these two dudes.
Barcade in motion. It's 1st and goal, Duke. Mensah to his right. Wanted to try for Hazley. Now slips through a tackle. Took a big lick. Flag is thrown as he's taken down back at the 3. It'll be a tackle behind the line on Darian Mensah. DeAndre Robinson, the transfer from Florida, lost his hat. He'll have to come out. There is a marker thrown in the end zone. So let's see what Justin Elliott has for us.
Holding. Defense, number 5. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Gavin Gibson, the East Carolina transfer.
Well, I think, you know, I think it's Castle time right now. What do you think? Wes?
He's a big back, Coach.
Castle time.
He's already got 1 score to his credit.
Yeah. Ball's just inside the 2, maybe close to the 1 here.
7th touchdown of the year to answer Carolina's opening drive in the ball game today. This is Castle. And boy, he got chopped down. Good play. Carolina cut underneath. Will Hardy wrapped inside to make the play.
Yeah, it's an unblocked guy. They've got an unblocked defender at the line of scrimmage who just came crashing down on that play. You got to be able to get a hat for that guy. He's too close. Right there, look at him. Tackles him from the behind. I mean, you got to have a hat for that guy. No doubt about that. Second down call here. Could get some kind of, they're going to go under center here. I wonder if they'll run a little power pass here or they'll hand it off again to the big back.
Jumbo
power pass.
Here's Mensah rolling, going to throw. Hazley there, got broken up. Marcus Allen hit him to force the breakup.
That was a good defensive play.
Sure was.
This is a little power pass where you get a guy in the flat, you get a guy behind him, you sell the off tackle play, get the quarterback on the move, and a little roll play, and just the throw was a tad late, to be honest, and a good defensive play.
Yep. Better than 5 minutes off this clock here in quarter 3. Duke goes jumbo again.
Yeah, they got to protect the edges here and hand the ball off to 4.
Hagan's through the formation. This is Castle. Touchdown, Duke. Second rushing score of the day for Anderson Castle.
That time they, had 3 tight ends. They protected both edges, cut a tight end across the formation, and handed it off, and that's all you need to do. Count for that hat off the edge so you don't get a fast crash on the back, get him in the ankles.
Remember, Carolina tried to execute the onside kick to start the second half. Ball did not go 10 yards, and Duke takes the plus field territory drive, goes 44 yards in 11 plays. Polino now to make the lead 14. And the kick is good. So Anderson Castle, in his first Duke Carolina game for the Blue Devils, has got 2 rushing scores. That gives him 8 on the year, and the Blue Devil lead is 2 touchdowns. All right, guys being dudes, part 2.
I mean, you got to love this dude. Look at him. Look at him coming back from injury, grinding, tough, put his foot in the ground, searching out contact, driving through contact, blood on his shirt, dirty. I mean, he is a dude of dudes. But Dana, you're up there too.
Thank you, Steve.
Dudette.
I think we got to put Nate Shepard in that category.
Too early, Dana.
He took the majority of the reps.
He's a freshman. No.
Well, Anderson Castle was in the 10.
No. You weren't a dude. You probably weren't a dudette until you were like, in your 7th year at Virginia.
Yeah, but if I had the confidence that Anderson Castle had in his freshman year, he became a starter week 5. That didn't happen to me at Virginia. I think you got to add him to your list.
I'll take it under consideration with myself and my committee.
Thank you.
While Steve's under advisement, Carolina starts at its 25. Lopez and the Tar Heels trail 2 scores. Long throw to the backside of this play, and Clower makes a move. He got 7 to the 32. Freddie Kitchens getting into the the backside throw game. They've tried to run it backside a couple times. Steve, nice throw here. I like the draw.
I do too, and I just think that I like the way that Gio's throwing the ball a little bit right now. He had that spot where it wasn't happening,
Right.
But they need him. They need to have a productive drive right now. They need to respond to Duke because Duke's kind of hot right now.
Lopez opened 6 for 6, 4 for his last 8, and they're going to run the ball. DeMond June taken down right around the 34-yard line. So the Tar Heels started the day 13 plays, 75 yards. Lopez a 1-yard TD run, then double 3 and outs. And then they went 8 for 44, and Verhoff kicked the field goal. And that was their first half set. Then they tried the onside kick to start the half. Duke has now put a touchdown on the board to make it a 14-point game. It feels like this is a kind of a premium drive. You see the season note, 129 through the first 3 quarters, second fewest in the ACC this year from point total. Now, Carolina has scored 28% of their offensive points in the 4th quarter of games this year. Here's Lopez on 3rd down. Long throw and a catch made. Falling out of bounds, Javarius Green for the first down. Good, strong throw by the left-handed Gio Lopez.
Good, strong throw, but he took a shot here. I don't know. I'm surprised they're not taking a look at that one now. That was a high hit on him, but he took a real hard hit on that play.
Yeah, Kendall Johnson, the linebacker. 1st and 10, though. Ball at the 46. Lopez, a little soft toss. That's Ship. And he'll step out of bounds after 7 on the play.
I still sometimes look at those plays, Wes, and I say to myself, go get the extra 2 yards. It's a rival game, man. I got guys today, they jump out of bounds, I guess. Self-preservation, whatever.
2nd down 3 it is. And Lopez looks again. Now going to take a deep shot. Downfield, and it is caught! No, dropped. Oh, Paysour had it. Kamari Robinson was there, and he couldn't finish it.
This is some kind of impressive play where you're not going to see the front of it. Really, really great throw, and thought he had it, but what Gio Lopez did in that play, unbelievable. Yeah, I think they want a little bit of maybe pass interference on that one. But Gio Lopez, man, he should have seen the way he operated in the pocket and had to throw it off balance to make that kind of accurate throw.
Freddie Kitchens talked about being aggressive with vertical shots. He gave Carolina a chance there.
Sure did.
Lopez on 3rd down again. Pressure coming, and it's caught coming to the near side. And that is Green again. This is a 1st down play. And we got pushing and shoving, and we got a lot going on as you see Lopez again fighting to make that long throw. And Duke and Carolina mixing it up that time here at the near sideline. And Justin Elliott and his crew will have a conversation here. Flags were thrown. The question is just how aggressive did it get?
Yeah.
We've seen the pushing and shoving.
Gio's fighting right now. He's fighting for his team. A shame.
The result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 9, his first. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So it's on Javarius Green. Against Chandler Rivers. So
can't do that. You know, you just can't do that. I mean, he's frustrated because he thought the whistle was long, had been blown, but you just can't do that. You can't swing at somebody's head and think you're going to get away with that. Whether you started it or not, you're going to get penalized.
Davion Goss comes into the ball game on the first down play. So it is 1st and 10, but they get the yardage back, and here's the throw to Paysour. Kobe Paysour down toward the Duke 33.
I'm impressed with Gio Lopez on this whole drive. I mean, he's fighting through adversity, making tough throws. This is an RPO. He's got a gag right in his face, getting slammed to the ground. Gets out. I like the way he's playing.
Another first down for Carolina on the march. Gauze on the toss. Davion Goss around the corner. He got almost 8.
They like that toss off the pin pull action, but again, it looks like there's some friendly fire down the field here. Hopefully.
And shaken up. See, that is Jordan Hall, transfer from UAB. Big fella at 6'8" and 336. And they've already brought Miles McVay has come in the ball game now to replace Big Jordan Hall, who got rolled up.
Sometimes happens with the big linemen who are down the field blocking like that. You know, guys get tossed around, they go into the back of their legs.
Lopez,
unfortunately, happens a lot.
Lopez 6 for 7, 56 yards on the drive here, Coach.
He's been sharp, and he's been putting this team on his back on this drive. You know, we'd like to see him be able to finish this off. Good down and distance here. You know, it's 2nd and short, and you're ahead of the chains. This might be a shot down right here. Maybe you take a shot here.
Gonna look. Catch is made. And through traffic, first down. Paysour again. Kobe Paysour's become the guy. 7 straight completions now for Lopez. Or 7 straight pass plays, I should say, for Carolina.
Nice job. You know, Paysour did a great job of coming back, getting that ball, getting vertical. The blocks, set up the blocks for the lineman on the screen. Nice first down, nice conversion. I mean, Duke's playing hard now. They're running to the ball. That's not easy out. Those yards aren't easy out there right now.
So here's Gio Lopez, 6 for 7 in this drive. And now here to work on first down. Oh, good clean pocket. Lopez going to dance a little. Throws for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. And Jordan Shipp in the end zone. Flag down behind the play where Lopez cut it loose.
He sure did get smoked right there. Yeah. Lost his helmet, the whole 9 yards on that operation.
20-yard touchdown throw, Gio Lopez to Jordan Shipp.
I tell you though, you watch him take that hit and his eyes are still down the field, seeing where that throw went. What a play by him. I mean, he's out of the pocket, he's scrambling, his eyes are down the field, he finds an open receiver, hits him with a dart. I mean, give that kid so much credit on this drive. He looks like a big-time guy. He was very doodly on this drive. I mean, he is you know, he's in contention, Wes. When you get knocked around.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 14. Penalty is half the distance to the goal on the try. It's touchdown.
So the touchdown to Shipp will stand.
I think they're going to go for 2 here.
Yep. Go for 2, of course. The go for Dos is brought to you by Dos Equis.
Back to our conversation about being doodly. I mean, are you kidding me? Guy's losing his helmet, smashed to the ground, eyes down the field. All he cared about was whether he made a completion.
Steve, 8-point game here. Go for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any question. Yeah.
Okay.
Picked up the yards on the penalty.
So at the 1, Bryce Davis committed a penalty. You saw him, true freshman from Grimsley in Greensboro. Goss has come in the game. Tight end, 3 receivers. Lopez looks right, throws for Shipp. Caught it. 2-point play. Did he hold through? Yes. Carolina got the 2 points. It's a 6-point game now, right over the top of Chandler Rivers.
Wow. One-on-one shot.
Lopez 7 for 8, 70 yards. Took a licking and kept on ticking. Back to Chapel Hill in a moment.
For the ACC.
Well, 112th edition of Duke Carolina here tonight at Kenan Stadium, and the Tar Heels have matched the Blue Devil touchdown with one of their own. And with just less than 5 to go in the 3rd quarter, now a 6-point game, Dana, and here's Darian Mensah back out for the Blue Devils.
A lot has been said about quarterback Darian Mensah's ability to step in and drive the car early at Duke, but he arrived in the locker room as one of the most highly sought-after quarterbacks in the transfer portal, coming from Tulane, a star free agent, if you will, with a lucrative NIL deal, and that can sometimes stir up some interesting dynamics in the locker room. But what did Darian Mensah do when he arrived at Duke? He took the entire offense to Tampa for a team bonding trip. They ran routes, they worked out with the trainer, they went on a boat, and Quayshawn Brown told me it helped tremendously.
Now Mensah on the give to Shepard, and C.J. Mims pulled him down at the line of scrimmage. Carolina has got some juice going after the touchdown throw to Shipp, and then the 2-point play right over the top of Rivers there, Steve.
Yeah, I tell you what, I wish when I was playing I had a quarterback who would take me on a trip. The only trip I went on was a bus, a sandwich, and a can of Coke, but that's all right. I love it. I love the unity. I love the unselfishness there, sharing it with his teammates.
Two tight ends, going to hand again. This is Shepard trying to fight back on the counter. He does. First down for Duke. And look at Nate Shepard break free across midfield, taking Tar Heels with him to the 46-yard line. Caleb Cost finally got Nate Shepard on the ground after 29 yards.
I mean, look at his feet in the ground. That's a jump cut, man. And look at this guy accelerate. He's so slippery, and he keeps going. He keeps grinding. Dudes to the right, dudes to the left, dudes everywhere. Holy cow.
First down and 10, under 4 to play in the third. Shepard again, trying to find something here in traffic. He'll get a yard maybe to the 45. Leroy Jackson the stop and back to the 19-yard or the run a moment ago, Steve.
I mean, this is a beautiful, it's a stretch play, unblocked defender in the hole, makes some miss, gets vertical, and now for not a huge guy, look at his leg drive and how he keeps going, and also the ball security in the process. Very impressive, great job.
Manny Diaz talks about getting the Nate train going. That's what he meant a moment ago, right?
I don't think, no question, man.
Castles come in, second down and 9. Mintz on the play fake. Daring under pressure. Now going to throw it back and incomplete toward Taylor, the tight end. Andrew Simpson. It's been interesting. Simpson, the linebacker today, when the front four has kind of blocked the road, it's Simpson who comes darting through this time. Watch number 2 in the blue.
I mean, he is impressive as a pass rusher. He hit a couple of moves. He chopped the hand. He swam it, and he slipped it, and he put the pressure. That was a great job by Mensah getting rid of the ball. But what a defensive play by Simpson. I mean, wow, he's quick.
Chase Tyler has come in, wide receiver, bottom of the screen here for Duke. Mensah from the pocket. Now on the run, long throw downfield. Brown, no, broken up. Thad Dixon. And on 4th and long, Cade Reynoldson will come out and punt for the first time today.
There's no pocket right now. I mean, Carolina is attacking the pocket right now. Watch, they're knocking Duke back. They're going backwards. He has to get flushed out of the pocket. Now he's throwing on the run. Really an amazing throw on the run. But, it'd be a lot easier if he could stand in the pocket and deliver it on time. Great pass rush by North Carolina.
Reynoldson, 5th in the ACC in net. Going to try and pin the Tar Heels. Hardy will ask for and make the fair catch inside the 10-yard line. 6-point game. 2:43 to go, quarter 3 in Chapel Hill. Carolina was throwing a shutout at halftime. Duke came back, took the lead, and the game-clinching play was the interception by Trey Freeman. And unfortunately, the fifth-year senior from Northern Durham not able to play today in the Duke-Carolina game. See his career against Carolina, 22 tackles and that interception. And that's why they got the victory bell. Off the 9, worst starting spot today for the Tar Heels. Lopez wants to throw, pressured, and he'll dump it to Goss. Davion Goss broke 2 tackles and hurdled a man to the 25 before he got banged out by Murgat, the linebacker.
Wow, I mean, how about his balance and his ability to get up and over the top on a tackler? They're setting up this screen, but the pressure came a little too fast. I thought Gio did a great job of managing that, and a great run after the catch.
Well, Caleb Weaver gave up the hurdle at the 25. What a play that was. And here goes Goss again into the Duke secondary on the run out to the 37-yard line, 38. Deshaun Stone, the safety of the play after 13 yards.
Nice job by left tackle there, McVay, wiping out the whole edge of that defense and allowing the kick out by the tight end on the inside zone play to get vertical. Two nice plays.
Transfer from Alabama, Miles McVay has played in now 4 of the last 5 games to help out that offensive line of Freddie Kitchens. Here's Lopez on a drop, cuts it loose, and it's caught. That's Shipp out of bounds. Across the midfield line to the 47 of Duke. Carolina on the march again. That's 15 yards to Jordan Shipp.
They brought both linebackers in a cross blitz inside, and Gio gets hit again and manages to hang in there and throw an accurate ball. You see both linebackers blitzing here with penetration, and he gets hit. But that throw is very accurate.
Here's a toss. Goss again. Keeps his feet. Will push it inside the 45 to the 42. It'll be a run of 5 on first down. Caleb Weaver, the tackle. Now Duke and the defensive concerns the Blue Devils have had. And you see the quarter number for Carolina going north here.
Yeah, and what they're doing here, Wes, is they're running that football right now, and it's punishing. And that's hard on a defense. And Duke has got a fantastic defensive front. But that's hard to be in that style of game, especially in the second half. In the fourth quarter, it starts to take a toll.
Goss is out. June is back in. He goes in motion. Lopez, long throw to June, and he's knocked down on the play. Jaden Francois, linebacker out in space, takes him down. And if Carolina chooses, that'll be the final play of the third.
I'm surprised they didn't go back to the run game there. They kind of had him a little bit, starting to punish him, and then just to throw a little quick bubble. I would have kept the hammer down there probably, but
and Carolina's going to let the third quarter clock expire here. We're going to go to the final 15. 3 years in a row, this has gone overtime or final possession. It's a 6-point lead for the Blue Devils. The Tar Heels in plus field territory when we come back to Chapel Hill. You're watching the ACC on ESPN on our ACC Network football coverage tonight, presented by ServPro. 112th meeting. Duke, Carolina. Blue Devils holding to a 6-point advantage as we go to quarter number 4. Manny Diaz, a winner a year ago in his debut in the rivalry. Bill Belichick would like to be there tonight.
Well, he's got a 3rd down and 8 ahead of him here.
Lopez to work on a throw. Launching and caught. Shipp knocked out of bounds. First down at the 34, Dana, on the tackle by Kamari Robinson, and Lopez another rope to Jordan Shipp.
Gio Lopez is throwing dimes, Wes and Steven. He told me this week, one of the better weeks of practice this offense has had all season, partly because they wanted to get the bad taste out of their mouth from the Wake Forest loss, but also this team is starting to trust each other. Let's not forget 70 newcomers on this Carolina team.
Davion Goss into the secondary and another Tar Heel first down. That's 11 yards to the 23. Deshaun Stone made the stop. And some of those Duke defensive concerns, Steve, starting to develop again here in the 4th.
Well, to Dana's point, and I'm talking about trust, I think they're fighting for each other right now. You know, and that's part of the trust right there. They're bleeding for each other. And that's all part of what is about team. For the guy to your right, for the guy to your left. And that's what's going on here in a rival game in the 4th quarter. I love it. This is what college ball is all about right here.
Goss has been a big part of the run game, 38 yards on 5 carries. And here's Lopez coming out of the pocket to his left and knocked down, and another first down. Kendall Johnson, the linebacker, comes over to make the play. 1st and 10 at the Duke 12, next for Carolina.
That's that read bluff play where he's reading the end, bluffing with the tight end, coming back across. But look at the physicality the way he's playing. He's taking shots now, running the football. He's taking shots in the pocket. I think he loves it. I think he gets stronger as it goes.
Carolina pushing a whole set of guys out. That's Pesor in motion. 3 to that right side, now make it 4. They're going to hand the ball inside. Here's Davion Goss. Touchdown, Carolina. Tied at 24. Third touchdown run of the year. Carolina, who's not been very explosive, 4 straight plays of 11 or more yards, and capped with a touchdown.
Really nice job on that. It was a zone insert play, and Jake Johnson, the tight end, did a great job coming across and blocking the inside linebacker.
9 plays, 91 yards in 4.5 minutes. Saw a little bit of everything. Jordan Shipp, a career-high 7 catches. It's Carolina's longest drive of the year. And Davion Goss has put the Heels in front for the 2nd time today. Carolina led 7-0 after taking the opening drive of the ball game, 75 yards. Duke then tied on the ensuing possession. Tar Heels have gone back ahead for just the second time tonight on a Davion Goss 12-yard touchdown run. And Gio Lopez has stirred the drink here for Bill Belichick.
I mean, he's taking shot after shot after shot, helmets off, accurate with the ball. Look at this. A lot of hits on him, and then he's running the ball. I mean, it's just, he's doing it on all fronts. Look at him run with this football. I tell you what, Wes, I knew a left-hander once upon a time that played like that. One physical dude-wrecking guy by the name of Tebow. In a little snippet, that's what that looked like right there. I had a little flashback for a second.
Pistol set for Duke. Darian Minson, the Blue Devils, trying to answer. They had under 70 yards in the third quarter. Here's Minson looking to throw first down. Overthrows Barcade, incomplete. Abu Jaude rather, was chasing him defensively. Boy, the big fella does not have a lot of numbers tonight, but he's got a lot of pressure. They have noticed where he is. It's opened the door for Vilbert, Simpson, the linebacker, and others in that Tar Heel front seven, Coach.
He's relentless. I think that's the word I want to use. Relentless.
It's the word defensive coordinator Steve Belichick used yesterday. Second in the full 10 for Duke. Nate Shepard, not much. A yard. DeAndre Robinson the stop.
I mean, what a defensive play right there. That's really Robinson just defeated 2 blocks and made the tackle right there.
Yep.
I mean, these guys are coached well up front. They're shedding blocks, defeating blocks, making tackles. That's a sign of a real good defensive line. And they're playing base with it. It's not like they're stunting and moving to do it.
Third and almost the full 10. Mensah almost picked. It's caught. Is it a first down? It is. Quayshawn Brown. Holy smokes. I thought for a moment Thaddeus Dixon had picked this. What a catch that is.
Concentration and focus, incredible.
And then they get it back to Brown and Queso up near midfield. Let's go back to the catch. Brown's first against Dixon.
Oh, man. He probably had no vision on the ball and still caught it.
And then Duke comes back, and Jonathan Brewer has another play in his pocket ready to go. Steve, they got a first down out of that.
2 rivals battling, Wes. That's what this is all about right now. These guys are going after it. I love it.
Shepard on the carry, right into a light blue wall for a yard. Robinson, big number 6. There he is, away from the stack with another tackle. Transfer from Florida.
Yeah, this is, guys, this is superior defensive line play right now. I'm just telling you. And Duke's offensive line now, they've got to create some movement, because, you know, they're trying to still run the ball a little bit here, but it's tough sledding. I would anticipate we'll get a throw here on this down, 2nd and long. Put the ball in the hands of your best player. That's your quarterback.
You see the note, Manny Diaz, 5 fourth-quarter comebacks in the last 2 years. Here's Mensah again in the pocket. Hazley, the tight end. He'll tuck and get the first down into Carolina territory, down to the 36. Jeremiah Hazley, another grab, 13 yards that time.
Yeah, he's like their clutch guy when they need a play, you know, and nice job.
First Blue Devil to 6 catches today, too. Mensah on first down. Another throw. Hazley, another catch. House the tackle. Short of the first down at the 28-yard line.
I like what Jonathan Brewer's doing right now, quite honestly, from the standpoint of he's putting the ball in the hands of the 2 of the best players right now, because I think the Duke offensive line's struggling just a little bit here.
Yeah.
You know, that's not to say they won't have to rely on them for a run here and there, but I thought that was good play calling.
Interesting. He talked about quick game, getting the ball out quicker maybe than normal because of that front.
Yeah. The pass rush from North Carolina is quite good, but they're struggling running it here, but let's see if they continue to try it.
It's a Play fake now. Here comes the pressure again. He's going to sail it toward Landon King out of bounds. Simpson again. Also Tyler Thompson was fighting through.
That tells you something, Wes, on that call right there. It was, it was 2nd down and 2,
right? And
they didn't run the football, because it's been tough sledding. So again, they put it in the hands of the quarterback, that little play action, but the defensive front didn't give them a chance, So they got 2 downs here. It's 3rd down, 2 downs to get a 1st down. And what the interesting is, will they run the ball? And where is Castle? He's not in the game at tailback. Not that Nate Shepard isn't outstanding, because he is.
3rd and short. They're going to hand it to Shepard. Tries to bounce through, and he's turned back. Did not make it, so it's 4th and short. Mapoyi made the stop, and here comes Anderson Castle.
Yeah, I mean, again, I love Nate Shepard. I'm a fan. I think he's, be a big deal in this conference, in this country. But in those little short situations like that, I'm surprised Castle wasn't in there on the last play, to be honest with you. But he's in here now. Now, are they going to hand the ball off here, though, or are they going to run some sort of naked or something involving Mensa?
Carolina really loading up here. Brown in motion. They're going to hand it to Brown. He wants to throw. Now he's got trouble. Here comes Quayshawn back to the middle of the field. He got hammered. Duke went trick play, and Carolina responded. Isaiah Johnson. And the Tar Heels, with 8:51 to go, get a 4th down stop.
The College Football Playoff Selection Show. The bracket will be filled. Judgment Day is here.
ACC College Football is presented by ServPro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
Victory bell on the line. Carolina a 1-point lead at 25-24. Duke just stopped on 4th down a moment ago. Another look, Coach.
Yeah, they're trying to run that throwback back to the quarterback, and it's not there. That's a feast or famine play. You either got a big play or you got what you got here. But it was 2nd down and 2.
Tar Heels on the possession. Goss, and he'll be taken down by Kendall Johnson. Let's check with Dana Boyle.
Well, after that big stop by the UNC defense, Manny Diaz came over to the skill position, including Darian Mensah, and then the offensive line just offering words of encouragement just to settle them down and say, it's okay, get back on the field when it's your turn and just do your job.
So now that defense, which has been gashed, Carolina had almost 150 yards of offense in the third quarter.
That's a lot of offense, yeah. And that's against a good defensive front for Duke. And Manny's right to do what he's doing right now. You got to stay positive. You got to encourage guys. It's a rival game. It's going to go to the wire.
15 in a row by the Tar Heels to take the lead. Here's Lopez under duress and tackled. Back behind the line, Tyshawn Reed was there, and then Josiah Green.
Yeah, that's a bust at the left tackle position. He's in, set to the outside rusher as opposed to the defensive end, so he was cut. They cut him free. That's terrible for Gio to be. Now they're in third and darn near 20. I mean, that's not a good. They had a great stop, and now all of a sudden that stifles that momentum.
Duke, who was unable to get to Chandler Morris last week, Steve, that's their first sack today.
Wow. I didn't know it was the first one. Yeah. Well, now's not the time to start.
Here's Lopez on 3rd and long, trying to evade the pocket, cannot. Taken down, and Wesley Williams, Aaron Hall, 99 got there. Back-to-back sacks, and Duke's defense responds for Manny Diaz.
Nice job by Duke's defense. Really good series for them. He's got nowhere to go with the ball. That's a coverage sack. That's a tough series for Carolina. Great series for Duke. Duke's going to get the ball back with reasonable field position here.
Carolina 3 and out for the first time this half. Barcade will wait on the punt of Tom McGinnis. And McGinnis turns it over to Barcade right around the 32, and the Harvard transfer clutches it, and that's where Duke will start. 6:37 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout.
Introducing Verts. Swipe for news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN app.
Well, just like us, we have the app popping up here every football Saturday in the ACC. Checking the early games, getting you ready for tonight. We got a good one here in Chapel Hill. 1-point lead for Carolina. Duke got another 3 and out defensively. Now the Blue Devils start. Nate Shepherd trying to get them going on the ground. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 on first down. Bayer, the linebacker, makes the stop.
Tremendous run. He slipped the tackle. Might have been a little holding on that play, but this guy's tough to tackle. Nate Shepherd. He is a slippery guy.
There's the victory bell, Steve.
Wow, nice. Someone's going to ring it.
Oh, they're going to do more than that. Sometimes the paint job happens within minutes. Second down. Inside 6 to go. Mensah on the play fake. Slips it to Shepherd. 45 midfield and into Carolina territory goes the Nate train. Bayer makes another stop at linebacker, but now Shepherd impacting the game in a receiving role.
Yeah, they lost him. He slipped out in the play action.
Boy, the battery of Mensah and Shepherd taking shape. Now they're trying to dial Barcade. He and Marcus Allen, a lot of hand fighting coming down the near sideline. And Cooper Barcade has been held in check today by Carolina. Just 1 catch for Barcade for 24 yards, Steve. That is saying something. That guy has affected everybody in Duke's calendar this year.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player, and you're right. They've done a good job on him, but game isn't over yet. He may just make that play that turns things.
2nd and 10. Castle's come in. Snap to Mensah. Give is to Anderson Castle. And he will move it to the 41. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Isaiah Johnson the tackle. And to your point a moment ago, you take the shot on that first down play. Now all of a sudden 2nd and 10. You got 4. Now you're 3rd half dozen.
Yeah, you're 3rd and 6, and you're just slightly behind the chains, but with the level of quarterback play from Darian Mensah, you like your odds. You wish you had a couple more yards here, but he's just a terrific decision maker, and they've got some very good receivers, starting with Cooper Barcade, really. And he hasn't, like you said, Wes, hasn't made a lot of noise here, but this could be the down.
Tar Heels pressure. Mensah from the pocket, hit as he throws, and almost intercepted. Greg Smith had a crack at it. Wasn't a great snap to Mensah. And now it's 4th down again because Thaddeus Dixon got into the backfield.
Look at this snap. It's on the ground. And it's on the ground because the center's covered with the nose, and the nose is drilling him. So we got a low snap here, and then he gets hit as he's trying to throw the football. Lucky it wasn't intercepted, but puts him in obviously a real tough situation here in 4th and 7. I mean, wow.
Tight end, 3 receivers. Carolina bringing pressure. The throw and catch in traffic. First down. Samir Hagans at the 34. And Mensah threw it the only place Hagans could make the catch, Steve.
Tremendous throw. He puts it low and inside, away from the defender. Great job. Really good route. He stuck the top of his route, came across. Well done. Critical down.
Carolina had great coverage. Manny Diaz was trying to get a play snap, and if Duke made the substitution, the officials holding here to allow Carolina to sub, as we're going to go inside 4 minutes now.
That was a critical 4th down call with 4 minutes left. I mean,
sure was.
That was a big deal there. It took a lot of courage to make that call.
Mensah hands to Castle. He'll fire left side. And Anderson Castle picks up right at 5, almost 6 on first down. Abu Jaude makes the stop along with Bayer.
That's what you want. You want first down to be a 6-yard play like that. Stay ahead of the chains. That's exactly, if you're Duke, that's what you want to do here. Gives you a lot of options here now, whether you want to play action throw, whether you want to move the pocket on a naked, or you want to hand it again. But you got positive opportunities here.
Manny Diaz His chief of staff, Rich Skrosky, kind of alongside there. He's the guy that's kind of got the book. Here's Mensah from the pocket. Failing to his right. Mensah going to fire it. Barkate the catch. Turns upfield. He'll be taken down right around the 28 by Marcus Allen. So 3rd down coming up and still about 5.
I'm a little surprised, though, that it was a straight drop back pass. You know, no play action or anything on that down. You know,
well, the other part is no RPO moves here at all for Duke against this Carolina pressure in the second half.
No, I'm surprised at that as well. So, you know, now I think you're probably an obvious passing situation here.
So now the pass play to Barkate being looked at as our ball game reaches the 3-hour mark with 2:42 to play.
Well, Wes, you got 3rd down right now.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get the 1st down here. What are you going to do? You going to kick a field goal, or are you going to go for it?
Yeah.
That might be a call that could be happening here. You know, let's see.
Polino, longest field goal, 49 last week against Virginia. And we got to watch again. This is the review they're looking at. The catch to Barkate. So Barkate to the near side is the receiver. Bottom of your screen. And did he go out of bounds before making the catch? It's hard to tell. Doesn't look like it, but then again, we've only got the one look there. And at field level, that's impossible to tell.
Yeah, not from that look, we can't tell.
Yeah.
Like I said before, on 2nd down, I would have thought it would have been a little play action, maybe a little bit, maybe a run. But I can't, it's so fuzzy there. Maybe, I don't know.
Indisputable video evidence is what it takes. That's the blurry version for sure.
If it wasn't blurry, you could make a definitive call on that.
Yep. Here's a look at Cooper Barkate, Newport Beach, California.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. 3rd down.
There we go. So, no change in yardage. Barkate has his 2nd catch of the ball game. Bill Belichick.
Well, you got an interesting 3rd down call here. The sense would be that they're going to try to throw for this 1st down here, and if not get it, kick the field goal, and
going to play with Shepard in the backfield.
Otherwise, you're saying 2 downs and you're committed to going for it on 4th and short. So I think they're going to throw it here.
Higgins up in the slot with Hazley, the tight end, in motion toward the formation. He'll reset to the slot. Carolina the pressure. Mensah looks, waiting on Barkate to come clean, and it was deflected and then spiked to the ground. Vilbert got a hand up. Brian Parker just spikes it to the ground. He was waiting, it looked like, on Barkate to clear, Steve, as Polino comes out to try the field goal to put Duke back in front. You see Todd Polino's 4th quarter career marks.
Well, he sure was looking for Barkate. That's a fact. He had man coverage, and that was the man beater right there. It was a crossing route. And great job by North Carolina getting their hands up in the air and batting that by Vilbert.
Inside of 45 yards. 44 and change here for Todd Polino, senior from Charlotte. Fake it. Look at Polino off the fake, and Polino down the sideline, knocked out at the 1. Cade Reynolson, the punter, flipped it to Polino, and Duke now on the doorstep with 2:20 to go. It's a 26-yard run for the Blue Devil kicker.
So well executed from also the blocking in the box as they layered it up the field to give him protection. What a call. What a play. I mean, look at that. You got to give all kudos to Duke, to Manny Diaz, to make that call. Holy cow, with 2:20 left on the clock.
Darian Mensah's reaction.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. That was something. Was that, I think that might have been, was that, it might have been Kevin O'Connor who had a key block as a wing, I think, sealing the box. Oh my God, right? Polino, he showed some wheels, but I thought he was going to get in. You know, but hey, first down, ball's on the 1. Woo, man.
Carolina's got all three. Carolina's got all 3 timeouts. So does Duke, plus the 2-minute timeout with 2:20 to go.
Oh my gosh!
Look at Jake Taylor, the tight end. Leroy Jackson, by the way, was the injured Tar Heel.
Oh, that was Jake Taylor. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jake Taylor sealing the front. Yeah, got the wrong 15. Holy cow! That's. I know it's all about Polino the kicker, but that was a heck of a job sealing it. Wow. Sorry about that.
Timeout taken. Timeout taken by Carolina. Don't forget, Battle of the Victory Bell to be decided here. Big game tonight in the Bay Area. Cal Stanford, 7:30 tonight on ACC Network Eastern Time. Should be a beautiful Saturday night in the Bay Area for the Golden Bears and the Cardinal. Last year, Fernando Mendoza took Cal the length of the field, Steve, to win the game for the Golden Bears. And you talk about special teams in this rivalry. How about 2006? The interception, and the Blue Devils get to within a point at 45-44. Steve, extra point blocked.
Wow, I love it.
Carolina holds on to win. First and goal for Mensa and the Blue Devils.
Castle.
Anderson Castle. Touchdown for Duke. 3rd of the day for Castle. And the Blue Devils go for 2. So the go for Dose. And a flag is thrown now. And Polino and O'Connor talk about this. And meanwhile, Justin Elliott and his crew huddle as Anderson Castle's got his 3rd rushing score of the day in his first Duke Carolina game.
It flashed on me. I thought I saw maybe a Carolina player, throw his hands at a Duke player, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
11 plays, 68 yards, 419. The fake field goal ends up being a touchdown. And Justin Elliott and his crew to work here.
This is a big play.
Yep.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 7, his first. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal on the try.
Wow. Kamari House, the linebacker.
Those are just undisciplined mistakes. You just can't. I never understand that. I thought I saw something happen.
So Pickett and House were there. Here's the go for Dose, brought to you by Dos Equis. Mensa going to throw it back, and Shepard is there and in for the 2 points. Abdul Jade wrestled Shepard all the way to the wall, but Duke has gone ahead by a touchdown with 2:18 to go, and now multiple flags have been thrown over there beyond the end zone.
Yeah, jeez. It's so hard to win a game. I don't know why players don't understand. You can't have all this nonsense going on because every little thing matters. You got to have composure. They threw that little throwback, to Shepard on the like the old Y cross play. Cool play, really cool play.
So we'll see what Justin Elliott and the crew come up with here.
The try is good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 94, his first. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Okay, so now another look here. Pretty good throw from Mensa, by the way.
Yeah, very good throw. He had to put a little air under that ball. Nice catch.
Abu Jaude wrestles. Yeah, they slip on the, once you come off that turf area, gets pretty slick on the asphalt. And then Isaiah Johnson adds to the fray. That brought the flag.
It's a shame because Isaiah Johnson's played a heck of a football game, but what are we doing, guys? Come on. Come on.
And now from the 50-yard line, Steve, what are you doing here? You just kicking this through the end zone, or are you trying to pin Carolina now?
Probably try to pin him and pop it up.
Will Hardy is at the goal line. Of course, Jalen McGill is is that Ben Hall? It is Benjamin Hall. He comes here to the near side, talks to his head coach, Bill Belichick. So this is Salas. And Duke started toward the football there, but was called back. Now Salas. He's going to rip this along the ground. It'll bounce up to Hardy at the 7. And Duke tracks him down to the 17. So that's where Gio Lopez and the Tar Heels are going to start. "17-yard line." You see, this is after the touchdown a moment ago. So Kamari House handed Darian Mensah his mouth guard, I guess. And then Isaiah Johnson
First and 10 for the Tar Heels, starting at the 17-yard line.
came in there to the fray, and that bought another timeout.
This is
or
just,
penalty rather.
That's like juveniles, junior high school stuff.
Ball at the 17. Lopez looking to throw here. To the near side, flag is thrown. Gio out of bounds at the 25. All indications are this will be a hold.
I think you're going to get a hole in the left tackle. McVay, I think he grabbed him on the edge.
Holding. Offense, number 54. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
And this will be the last play before the 2-minute timeout.
I mean, you're just making it harder and harder. You know, you're talking about having the ball on the 17-yard line. Now they're going to get back all the way up to the 8 or 9 yard line.
Yeah.
The odds on the chart of scoring a touchdown are not great. Now this is where, Wes, you know, Duke's been vulnerable in the back end.
Yep.
They've had a lot of struggles with injuries and youth and everything else in the back end. They've got to do a great job here, stay deeper than the deepest man, and not allow Carolina to get behind them.
So there's the 2-minute timeout. We'll take it with them in Chapel Hill. Duke in front. Anderson, Castle, 3 touchdowns today for the Tar Heels, or for the Blue Devils. Touchdown advantage for Duke when we come back. Well, another Duke-Carolina game. Touchdown difference, 2 minutes to go. Blue Devils have just taken the lead on an Anderson Castle 1-yard run. Carolina drew a penalty on its first down play. 2 timeouts left for the Tar Heels. Carolina going to run it. Davion Goss full steam ahead to the 21. And clock runs, 1:50 to go. 14 yards on the play.
They got to get the ball to Jordan Shipp, number 1 for Carolina. He's got to be a factor to get the ball downfield. And they got. I thought they had.
Here's Lopez, and that's Shipp, and he's tackled. Big hit by Chandler Rivers. And timeout.
I thought
taken by Carolina here.
I thought Vincent Anthony was offsides.
So 1:32 to go, and it's 3rd down and 7.
Let's take a look at number 7, Vincent Anthony, here on this replay.
Wow.
It's close.
Yep. But good for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you gamble and you win, right?
I mean, it was a great get off.
Yeah.
More power to him.
And Chandler Rivers, because it looked like Shipp had something going on the throw from Lopez.
He sure did.
You see the 8 for 12 today. Boy, Carolina, who really fought it offensively last week in Winston-Salem against Jake Dickert and the Deeks. 8 for 12.
Well, I'll tell you, Duke's got to keep Gio in the pocket right now. They can't let him out of his pocket. That's got to be Duke's focus. If they rush 3, keep him in the pocket, maybe spy him. But it looks like they're going to bring maybe 5. Let's see what happens here.
Only 3. Pressure coming. Lopez, and Murgatt's got him and drops him. Luke Murgatt drops him. And Carolina will use its last timeout on a 4th down play. 3rd sack. They've all come in the last 2 series for the Blue Devils.
Murgatt was spying him. He just hung in there, spied him.
Luke Murgatt, who came into prominence for Duke defensively after the injury to Nick Morris, Steve, midseason. Remember, we saw him at Syracuse. He was kind of drinking water from a fire hose that week.
Yeah, come a long way.
Yep, and he's done a nice job.
Sure has. Again, this Duke front is very good. They're very talented, well coached, and they perform week in and week out. Now, their issues have been injuries and youth in the back end, but the front, they play.
And Carolina now out of timeouts, and it's 4th down and 13. Tar Heels, who'd won 2 of their last 3, despite the loss at Wake Forest last week. Needs something here to keep the game alive. Lopez with Goss in the backfield. Tight end to the bottom of the screen, 3 receivers. Lopez up in the pocket, hit as he throws downfield and overthrown, incomplete, beyond the reach of Pesor. And now a flag has been thrown as the incomplete pass in front of the Duke bench. And a marker thrown downfield here. And we'll wait on Justin Elliott to sort it out.
Wow.
But all intents and purposes here, it looks like Duke's going to get the ball back. It does not affect the play, which was an incomplete pass to Pesor.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Passing team number 8. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
So there you go. Carolina runs 4 plays and gives it back on downs.
Had a chance on that ball, too.
Oh, and Kobe Pesor stepped on the Duke defender Deshaun Stone. That brought the flag. So with 1:18 to go, Manny Diaz and Duke looking at their 6th victory when trailing in the 4th quarter, Steve, in the last 2 seasons.
This was a wild game, Wes. Wild game, huh?
Well, Duke Carolina, Steve.
Duke Carolina, man, rival games. The best of college football are these rival games. I hope nothing ever affects them. These kids fought like crazy here.
Clock is not running as Duke took a knee on the first down play. Gio Lopez, towel over his head, and Lopez 20 of 33 today for 175.
I mean, he start today to me to really take strides. And this Carolina team is getting better, and they're developing, and they're growing. And I think this is a tough loss right now. There's some foolish penalties along the way.
Yeah.
But Coach Belichick has really done a really good job of developing this program and bringing it back, and they've got good things ahead.
12 penalties, 100 yards, 103 today for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, that's got to leave. You can't have that. And Duke, I mean, they fought, they scrapped for everything they had. They made plays when they had to. The defensive front, when they had to come up with sacks, and they were there. What an effort. But let's go back to the call. Let's go back to the fake field goal.
That was number 8's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. It's first down.
So the replay of the first down. There's Todd Polino, who stands to be in the Battle of the Blues history books.
I want to talk about making that call. I know he ran the play, and the players make plays, but how about making that call?
Oh, yeah.
Pressure on that.
Yep.
Manny Diaz and his staff, give him so much credit. I really do.
And Mensah's going to touch a knee, and the clock starts running on the night for both Carolina and Duke. Here's a look. Cade Reynolson, by the way, perfect toss to Polino.
That's Gabe Infantes, the special teams coordinator for Duke.
And it is O'Connor, Steve, the defensive end, who blocked the front side of the play.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Kevin O'Connor, yep. Big 6'4", 245-pound Viper end.
Look at him celebrate with Gabe Infante right there. Gabe was the head coach of St. Joe's in Philadelphia. Fantastic coach, high school coach, going into college coaching. He's a great dude, real sharp guy. He's the special teams coordinator. Great job by Gabe and the whole staff with that call.
And the Blue Devils keep the victory bell. Last year it was a Trey Freeman interception, and this year it is a fake field goal. Todd Polino to the 1, and Anderson Castle, his 3rd touchdown of the day. And that gets Duke to bowl eligibility, Steve. 6-5 overall for the Blue Devils. Now 5-2 in the ACC, and Manny Diaz with Dana.
Manny, there's beating your rival, and then there's beating your rival in the style that you did away from your home turf after disappointing losses to Connecticut and Virginia. What does this say about the resolve of the young man you have in your locker room?
Yeah, they got resolved. There was a moment, they were up by 1, the place was going crazy. I think they had sacked us, and defense hadn't been playing great, right? They went out there, got a 3-and-out, just made the plays, offense got the ball, scored, and then how about special teams with a fake field goal to cap it off?
Safe to say that Todd Polino is going to go down as a legend in this game. What's it going to take to get him listed as athlete on the roster after that point?
He didn't score, but that was great for Todd. This rivalry means a lot to him, means a lot to our seniors. I'm just proud of our guys.
Bowl eligible, and you get the victory bell back. What does this mean to your team moving forward?
It's really big. We know that Duke Carolina's going to come down to the last play of the game. It's what we expected, and so you got to persevere. There's going to be ups and downs, and huge for our program, and nice to know we're going somewhere in December or January.
Go celebrate and ring that bell. Thank you.
Thank you.
Manny Diaz and Duke, another Duke Carolina classic. Steve, it's either been overtimes or 1 possessions the last 4 years with these two. It delivers, folks.
That's why he's got a little gray in his beard.
Yeah, a lot of wisdom, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Duke is a winner here tonight. For Steve Addazio, Dana Boyle, our producer Ben Ward, our director Drew Chavez, and our terrific ACC Network crew. West Durham from Kenan Stadium, the Blue Devils 32 and the Tar Heels 25. Cal and Stanford coming up next on ACC Network.